Yo, yo, yo. Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me. FTW, my guy. Fred, what's up? Venom. Benjamin, you starting chaos in the Discord. Max B. Nadir, what's good? What's good? Mesa Spades, Thanos. Good to see everybody. Porter Rock, get your ass in here, boy. I hope everybody's doing good, man. This is a good, I don't want to make this show, even though it's a great week for PlayStation. I don't want to make this about PlayStation, guys. This is a show dedicated to Xbox. You know what I'm saying? I got a few guests. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't want to say too much. But this is the thing. This has been a crazy fucking week, dude. I've never seen anything like this shit, dude. I hope everybody's doing well. A bunch of Xbox guys wanted to come on the show, and then conveniently, you know what I mean? Conveniently, let me send my guy Porter out, because, but I hope everybody's doing well, man. Man, what a week! What a week, man. Hey, we're gonna get into it. Hold on, let me get my freaking Puerto Rican in here. So, here, Meds is here too. I didn't want to bring you in and you didn't have your camera on.
Oh, all right. What's up, brother?
Meds, how you doing, man? Everything good?
Doing well, my man. Doing well. It's a good day. It's a good week.
Damn, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have some fun on this podcast. I hope everybody's doing good. Helldivers fire. We're gonna get into that too, man. Wow, what a surprise! What a surprise! What a surprise hit, honestly. I'm so glad it's doing well. We're gonna get into all that. Meds,
what up?
What have you been playing?
I've been playing Persona 3. Awesome game. And I've been playing that Helldivers too, brother. I told you I'd be playing, man.
Meds, you good. Me. So, I don't know, Meds. What do you want to start with? You want to start with the Xbox travesty, or do you want to start with something else?
Where's the homies at? Because I want the ponies in here to talk their shit. Where they at?
He said he's coming through.
All right. I mean, yeah.
No. I just think either way, I just want to get into it. Listen, I'm not here to destroy Xbox. I'm not. They've already done that to themselves.
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you upset about this though, Meds? Like, if you're an
I'm not upset. I'm not upset because I don't care. I'm a PC
I know you
gamer.
don't. But say you own an Xbox. Say you bought you have Game Pass. You have an Xbox. You're not pissed off that they're just.
If I was an Xbox gamer, again, the thing is, dude, I think only fanboys are upset because honestly, if I was an Xbox guy, I wouldn't care about this either, bro. I wouldn't care. I'm not one of those guys who like lives and dies off of exclusives. I don't care, bro. It's really not none of my concern. It doesn't matter to me.
I understand, but you gotta feel some type of way. You're Microsoft. You do all this purchasing, all this, developers. Hey, we're working on exclusives. We're getting this. We're getting that, and you don't even see it through. Like, if I'm Microsoft, at least let.
Yeah, see, that doesn't make sense because it feels like they're giving up before they're even giving it a real try. That I definitely I'm with that because it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't like it for the industry because I do feel that it's gonna hurt everyone. I think it's gonna damage the industry as a whole because I feel like once Xbox starts putting games on PlayStation and they remove themselves as a competitor, even though obviously, you know, we make the joke that they're barely competing, they're getting their asses kicked. But still, like, they do some things and PlayStation responds. Like, you know, Game Pass was popping. PlayStation came out with a little bit of a competitor. They changed up PlayStation Plus. Things like that happen all the time. And without Microsoft doing anything to push them, I don't understand how we're going to get anything good from Sony. I think we're going to suffer from this. I really do. If this is true, because apparently now it's not even happening. I don't know if you've seen like the latest, but apparently a lot of these fucking Xbox quote unquote insiders are taking back a lot of the shit they said.
Order Rock, Sony baby.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's going
That's
on?
not a Yankee jersey, is it, brother?
Oh, you know, I'm in that New
yes,
York
sir.
state of mind right now.
Yes, sir. That's my guy.
Unfiltered now.
God damn it, man! I
got New Yorkers in the house.
That's it. Oh shit! What's up, Bum Gamer Boricua?
Boricua, claro, papi.
You in trouble, Blaze? You in trouble, bro? 2 New Yorkers. Yo. You might as well check that 18 and over thing right now.
Hey, your son might come. Your son might come through.
Oh shit, we coming through. Who, Doc?
Yeah.
Oh shit, 3 of us.
Yeah, bro.
You got the Holy Trinity, bro. You in trouble. You see the flag? It's up here. My man behind them got the MMA. Oh, it's a wrap. There's gonna be some problems. This is like the Mandalay Bay. It's fight night.
Yo, P-Rock, tell me something,
What's
bro.
Up?
Are you shocked about, like, is this shocking to you, this news that's come out about Xbox and games coming to PlayStation? Do you even believe it?
I believe it, and it's not shocking to me.
So soon, though.
No, so all right, that yes. I didn't think they were gonna come out immediately 2024 in January. I thought this was gonna be maybe like a 2026, 2027, 2028 type of strategy, right? I didn't think they would come out so soon with the news. So that I agree. How fast they're doing it, yeah, I didn't think that. I thought like next gen things are going to move different. So you'll start seeing like the conversations we're having now. I thought this would happen like 2027.
Right.
When Microsoft launches the new console, they would have a different strategy. And then everything's going to be reset new, right? And then I think that would have been better because then that gives people the opportunity to decide if they want to stay on Xbox or, you know, go for the PlayStation 6. And I think that's the main problem because some people made the decision to buy an Xbox this gen thinking they're going to get something. And now they're like, man, I could have gotten this on PlayStation anyway, right? You know, other than Game Pass, you know, if you're just a Game Pass gamer, you bought the Series S and you just did it because you just want Game Pass, them dudes are good. They don't care. They're not even buying games. They just paying the $15 a month. They didn't even buy the most powerful console. They spent $200, pay $15 a month, and they're just happy playing with whatever they play. So those guys are good. To them, they probably don't even care or even know this is happening. But the dudes that are like, yo, I could get the performance, get these big blockbusters, and they're no longer on PlayStation, I'm rocking with Xbox. Those guys, you know, they're like, man, this is fucked up because I would have gotten the game anyway on PlayStation plus whatever PlayStation's doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's kind of messed up. But I will say this, though. If your house is burning and someone told you, yo, you put too much oil in that frying pan and the heat is too high and you didn't listen, then what's happening is your fault because you decided to ignore the signs and the signs was there. You can't tell me if you're in this community listening to podcasts in the last 2 years, you're looking at MPD saying, hey, Xbox is last place. Xbox is last place. Microsoft every quarter saying, hey, hardware is negative 24. Negative 16, negative 48. News reports saying, hey, these third-party titles, 80% on PlayStation, 20% on Xbox. At a certain point, you have to be like, wait, man, that shit is happening every single day, every single month, every single quarter. There's going to be some consequences to these things. Like, you can't tell me you still in the business, right? You know, like it's like football. First quarter, you're losing 21-0. Second quarter, you know, they scored another 2 touchdowns. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, yo, we're about to lose this game. Like, what's going on here?
And Xbox
like, you see
ain't Tom Brady, man.
Yeah, and nobody recognized the obvious signs that was there. Like, it shouldn't be, like I said, the surprising part is how fast they're doing it. Right. But the fact they're doing it should not be surprising. Like, we've seen the signs for years that things aren't going well. And then on top of that, anytime you even bring it up, like, hey, yo, they sold Xboxes for $150 and it's still last place in America? Like, got it. Japan, okay, got it. Germany, got it. But in the US, you last place. If you last place in the US, where are you second place anywhere else in the world? But you bring that up, you don't really need a console. You could play on the phone. Well, guess what? Microsoft agrees. And now everybody's preaching their truth. Now everybody's all about the console over this last week. But you didn't hear that nonsense over the 6 years. To me, they should have spoken their truth 6 years ago and kept that heat on Microsoft. Like, hey, Microsoft, cool, you got Game Pass, but what is about the console? Hey, yo, Microsoft, how come you had a Gamescom and you announced a PC exclusive? Nah, we're not feeling that. Cut that bullshit out. Hey, yo, Microsoft, Gears Tactics comes out first on PC? Nah, we're not feeling that bullshit.
That's true.
Cut that shit out.
I remember that.
And they should address those problems when it happened, but they didn't. Now that the building's on fire, now they're trying to bring out that little ass extinguisher. Nah, son, grab your shit, get the fuck out, and let that shit burn. Call the insurance company, rebuild it from the ground up.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
this
what
ain't a
Microsoft's
good
doing.
thing, huh? Like,
Why?
like you don't. Listen, Puerto Rock is a pony. Don't get it twisted. But
Mhm.
I don't think he wants the demise of Xbox. I don't think, unless you're fucking crazy, I don't think anybody would want that to happen. Just, you know, in terms of a monopoly, in terms of like PlayStation dictating, you know what I mean? Like, if there's only
Mhm.
PlayStation as the real, you know, I don't want to discredit Nintendo, but you know what I mean? As like,
I know exactly what you mean.
It's a
know what I'm
different
saying?
market. They sell a high powered console. It's like a
Right.
whole different market.
Yeah, Nintendo left that market that PlayStation's in for that very reason. They wanted their own thing, and their own thing is, you know what? We're gonna take what we always done, which was mobile, because 3DS, DS, Game Boy Advance, nothing ever touched their handhelds. Their handhelds was unbeatable.
Yeah,
So Nintendo's like, yo, we got this market. Let's step up the games and bring console quality games to the mobile market. And if people still want to play at home, dock it. Problem solved. And they got it. And they executed that plan flawlessly. And Sony cannot mimic or provide that. They cannot provide that experience. They cannot provide that experience of gaming on the go, staying home, blah, blah, blah. So Nintendo got that market unlocked. No one's touching them. But I do agree. I don't want Xbox to die. But at the same time, I'm not sympathetic. You can only go so long making stupid decisions. It's like that boy, right?
Yeah.
You keep warning them, yo, don't hang out with that crew, bro. They're bad news. And you keep telling them, and they won't listen. So then when shit goes bad, like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. I warned you, you know? So that's how I see it. You know, Microsoft just didn't make the right moves. In my opinion, I think Microsoft last gen made the one mistake. They didn't try to fix their problems last gen, which was a mistake. They let Xbox One gen end on a bad note. Now, if you look at what PlayStation did, PlayStation 3 started on a bad note, but they made sure that when it's all said and done, they brought out the games, they reduced the price, all that sell bullshit, Blu-ray bullshit. They stopped doing those commercials. They focus on the game. So that way, at the end of the gen, people remember the PS3. A lot of people don't even remember PS3 was going through it. Some people think, oh yeah, PS3 was a great console. Like, bro, y'all don't remember the first 3 years? We were there. We remember.
I was there.
But most people act like PS3 had no issues. Like, bro, from the network going down for a month, they launched a controller with no rumble. They told us because it was last gen. They said Rumble was last gen. They gave us that stupid ass 3D motion with the rubber duck in the sink, right? They said this shit cost $600. Yep, no party chat. $600 for Blu-ray when nobody even had an HD TV, and the Blu-ray movies were like $50. Blockbuster didn't have them for rent either. So where are you gonna get Blu-ray movies? Like, yo, that whole shit was all fucked up for like 3 years, right? But Sony realized, you know what? We have to fix our problems now, and we're gonna fix it by delivering games this gen. You're gonna play this gen, so that way, when the gen ends, you at least know, you know what? I played some good games, and that carried over to the next gen. Xbox, they just let the Xbox One die. Like,
that's a great point.
Let me ask you a question.
Like, bro, you crazy? And the nerve to sell another $500 console. The nerve. All right, we're doing a mid-gen refresh. Refreshing what? You got no games. So what did you refresh? Like, the nerve of them doing that bullshit.
Listen, I want a question for you, Meds, and then I want Porter Rock to give his feedback. Xbox 2013. Would you say to me, what's going on now? If everything is true, games coming to PlayStation, all that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like what's going on right now is worse than 2013 Xbox. You agree with that, Meds? Like, the TV, think about it. Your game's going to the competitor. I don't know. I'm just want your guys.
I don't know because the thing is, we don't know how true or and even to the extent of what's actually going to happen here. We still don't know for real. If this is full on, like Starfield's going, everything's going, then yeah, this might be just as bad as 2013.
You don't think it's worse though?
It might.
I know it's hard to beat, but your game's going to the competitor.
I don't know. I don't know. I think time will tell. What you say, P-Rock?
So it's hard because I think it's two different scenarios. What they did in 2013 was unnecessary. In fact, to this day, I don't understand why they did it. Like, it blows my mind. What Don Matrick did, it doesn't make sense because what Peter Moore did, he took Xbox from being a Honda to a Ferrari. He did it all. He got Grand Theft Auto 4, the DLCs, timed exclusives from Mass Effect, BioShock. That shit was running on all cylinders. Games that weren't planned to be multiplayer, like Virtua Fighter 5, because when they launched Virtua Fighter 5 on PlayStation, it was offline, right? But when they launched it on Xbox, it had multiplayer, online multiplayer. So, you know, he was doing everything. He got the formula. He had the Call of Duty deal. The map packs came to Xbox 30 days before PlayStation. Everything. He was so conniving that the dude locked down Netflix as an app. You remember on PlayStation 3, you had to insert the disc?
Exclusive.
He did that shit.
Yeah.
He did that shit.
You
Peter Moore said,
that, right?
He said, you need,
in
order, like, you could use Netflix, but you better have that disc because it's not going to be an app. That's how conniving the dude was. Achievements, party chat. He lit it all down.
You needed Xbox Live to use Netflix. I remember, right?
Oh yeah, that too.
You did.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, you did.
Crazy.
It had to be. Yeah, I remember. So he did all that. He decides to leave, goes to EA for a bigger paycheck, which understandable. You know, if he was able to do that, you know, everybody's looking at him like, yo, you need to come work with us. We'll pay you more. So he left. Don Matrick takes over. He stops going after third-party deals. He stops going after those big exclusives. He stops going after indie exclusives. He just focuses on Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's when the whole Halo, Gears, and Forza shit started. Started with him because that's all the big games that was only coming out. All right, whatever, cool. He pushes Connect. All right, at the time an accessory for 360, Dance Central, all that weird shit. All right, cool, it's an accessory. But then when he launches his Xbox, his vision, he launches this multi-entertainment device that does everything but games. Hell, you remember the reveal? Sports.
Oh my God, they barely talked about games.
You were like, yo, and then when he did talk about game, it was Call of Duty. That's it.
By the way,
which they ended up losing the contract the next year.
Yeah.
Like,
I do think that all this
why?
stems from that. I think all of this stems from that. I know some people think that, like, there's no way that, you know, they're still suffering from some shit that happened in 2013. I really do think that that is the case.
So that you're right. That did cause for everything. They lost everything that they gained with 360. But what Phil messed up was he, instead of saying, all right, this is what we got to do. The number one mission, we got to get the games. Now, obviously, I don't really have the studios, so we're going to buy the games. We're going to buy third party. I got the money. We got to get some of the best games that are coming out this gen, and they got to be at a minimum timed exclusives on Xbox. So we're going to start buying that stuff. But he didn't do that. What he did was he focused investing in Game Pass, so that way he can have it ready for launch, investing in xCloud, and then he's thinking any game that we do get, how can we put it on PC? So he didn't actually make moves to make the console better. He made moves to make the name Xbox better, but not really the console. It was just make Xbox look good, but he didn't really focus on the console, so that way people could be like, all right, he's actually taking steps for the console. And that was his mistake. He had to restore faith on the console, and you can only restore faith on a console with games, not this other shit. Definitely not coming out saying, I'm going to put games on PC. That's the last thing he should have done. That whole PC strategy, he should have saved that shit for the next gen. He should have never introduced that during the Gen Xbox One. Don't even introduce
I think this is just a matter of Xbox being tied to Microsoft. I think Microsoft being behind Xbox is good and bad at the same time, because all the mistakes that Xbox has made, if it was somebody else in this position, if it was PlayStation, they would have gotten out of business. They would have been Sega a long time ago. They would have been gone. But since Microsoft has unlimited money, they kept the brand alive, even though honestly they probably haven't ever made money off the brand. But because of that, they've kept it alive. But on top of that, because it's Microsoft and it's Satya Nadella, remember, Satya Nadella came through and he turned Office from a one-time paid thing to a subscription thing. He put it on Mac. He put it everywhere. Microsoft started selling all their services everywhere, and they turned them all into subscriptions. That's his MO.
He blew up.
Yeah, and it made Microsoft the biggest company in the world. Before, they weren't even competing with. I mean, they were, but in terms of valuation, they weren't on the same level. And now they just surpassed Apple, and it's because of subscriptions and putting everything everywhere. So ultimately, because of that's Microsoft's, that's their MO. That's what they do. That's what they're going to do with Xbox. They're going to put Xbox everywhere. Unfortunately, it's just not a typical console business. They're not a typical console holder, platform holder.
I don't know. I miss tradition. I miss the like. I know y'all hate Don Matrick, especially Xbox guys, but I feel like he had a launch lineup, man. You know, he made sure Rise was there. He made sure he had killer. You know, these were like, bro, I went and bought an Xbox because I knew I needed to have an Xbox to play them games, bro. And I just feel like I don't give a fuck. I'll go to the grave. I don't go, blood PC, they're making money. I don't give a fuck, bro. I told you it devalues the brand and the console. You guys can spin it any way you want. I just feel like it was exciting times back then in 2013. You know, even though they fucked up, they came out, they had Forza at launch, they had Killer Instincts, they had Rise Son of Rome. You know, like that was exciting to me. I'm like, yo, I want to play this fucking Gladiator game. Like, I'm buying an Xbox. Low key, I swear. I was excited for that. I just feel like those days are over. Like the excitement. And I'm not saying PlayStation's, you know, been dropping crazy ass games. You know, like I said, PlayStation fans are spoiled, P-Rock. I was saying this last week.
Absolutely.
You know, oh, PlayStation games, PlayStation hasn't a game in a long time, bro. As PlayStation fans, we're so used to getting 2-3 bangers a year that when we get, you know, when things start to slow down because all this development costs and just things take time, people lose their fucking mind. They want to, you know, write off Sony or the demise. Like, yo, we're spoiled, bro. I just think we're just spoiled as fans, bro. We've had it so good for so long. Cage in the chat, P-Rock and Meds, let me ask you something. Cage in the chat said, oh, the PS4 was so exciting and it had so, you know, look at the first 3 years of PS4. So I did my research, bro.
It wasn't that good.
It was not.
PS5.
It was not.
If you really compare the two,
PS5 shits on it.
Yeah, like I was like, yo, what the fuck?
So I was talking to Jack Move, right? Because him and BG keep harping on the whole first party, but it must be owned by Sony, made by Sony. Right. And I said, I understand that, right? But he makes it seem like the other previous PlayStation consoles, that's the majority of the games. I'm like, bro, if that's your standard, right? No remakes, Sony IP owned and first party developed, like no second party. PS4 barely had anything. If you subtract all the work they did to get, you know, other second parties to make their games, third party exclusives, and I broke it down. 2013, Killzone and Knack was the only two first party owned, first party developed games. 2014, Infamous and Dry Club. Those are the only two games that was first party owned, first party developed.
Infamous First Light as well.
What?
Let's throw First Light in there.
Well, DLC. All right. 2015.
Bloodborne.
Nothing. Nope. Bloodborne's made by From Software made that. So according to them, it don't count.
But Japan Studio worked on it as well. It was a collaboration, wasn't it?
That's like little assist. From Software made that game. So according to them, that don't count because it's not a first party made game. So 2015, nothing.
Yeah,
2016.
You're saying
2016. Okay. Hey, this is their standard. 2016. Uncharted. Uncharted 4. There's nothing else.
That's it.
That's it. While other first party for Sony on IP came out in 2016.
2016, there was only Uncharted.
Really?
Name me another game. You can't say Until Dawn.
Remember,
because that's super massive.
What about Order 1886? Oh no, that's second party.
Yeah, that's second party. Ready at Dawn.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
2017 was the only year they had 4. They had Horizon Zero Dawn,
Oh, they had
Knack
Ratchet and
2,
Clank. Well, that's second party as well, though.
yeah, second party, second party, so that don't count.
Yeah.
So 2017, they have 4 games. I forgot off the top of my head, but they have 4. So that was a good year or 4 first party. But it's Knack 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Gravity Rush 2, and one more game. So it was 4. Now, 2018, God of War.
Spider-Man.
You can't say Spider-Man. Nope, because it's Insomniac second party. And technically, they bought him after. And technically,
they bought him after
Spider-Man IP. What?
They bought him after the development.
After that acquisition was after.
Wow.
Now, and not only that, Spider-Man is not a Sony-owned IP. That belongs to Marvel. They could lose it anytime.
Right.
So even if they did own them, Sony doesn't own the IP.
Jack, move your high for that, and you beat.
Listen. 2018, 1 game. God of War. 2019, 1 game. Days Gone. Because Kojima's game don't count. Death Stranding don't count.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
2020 was a good year. Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2.
And what else? And one more. There was 3.
It was 3?
I think it was 3. Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us 2. That was Sony-owned IP.
Oh. Returnal? No,
not Returnal. Well, technically Returnal. Well, that's
Souls.
PS5.
Oh, wait, no.
I was talking about PS4. But I'm talking about PS4, though. I forgot. There was one more.
Miles Morales?
Okay.
It doesn't count. We're not counting that. Oh, no. It does.
Well, technically, it was on PS4. So that was it. Miles Morales, because it was on PS4. So you see, and that's when they owned. But you see how little PlayStation barely had anything. If you strictly go by first party owned IP and made by a first party developer.
If we're being technical, you're 100% right. 100%.
If we're being technical, yes. That's why I said, and that's why I don't understand that logic, because PlayStation was never like that. PlayStation always had exclusive relationships. You think people didn't buy a PS2 for Grand Theft Auto 3? Are you kidding me? That was the shit. That was the main game.
That sold the PS2 a lot.
Yeah, that shit won the console war. And what is it? 2021? That year, you had Grand Theft Auto 3, Final Fantasy X, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid 2. Boy, console war over. That's it. End that shit. What can you release to beat that?
Porter, I said the same thing, bro. I don't understand the logic. Like, I get you guys are excited and you want to see what first party's doing, but as long as they have shit in place for us to play, like a Helldivers, right? Like a Foam Stars, even though that's trash.
Yeah, that's trash. But Stella Yams, bro. Get them yams, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, what do you care, bro? Like, we're getting content that's exclusive to the platform. That you know what I mean? I'm still the traditional guy where like, if it's Power World, even though it's not an Xbox exclusive, I can't play it on PlayStation. And you know what? They want to claim it like it's their game anyway, so fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't understand that logic either. I told Mezzo, I said, bro, do you give a fuck if you earn $1 million by working, or like I gave it to you? Would you give a fuck? You wouldn't.
You taking that million?
The end result's the same.
You got a milli.
Yeah,
you got a milli.
But no, I see Jack moved Johnny's hasn't been the same since. He said if Horizon went to PC, he'd quit gaming. Obviously, he's still here. He didn't quit gaming, and he's I feel like it's not just Jack. It's a lot of people that just are so impatient. Porter Rock, I keep bringing this shit up in chat. Forgive me for this, but I can't help it. Like, you don't want to fucking show your cards too early, because if you show your cards too early, what happens, Porter Rock?
You get thrashed, man. Like,
things change.
Not just that, but today's content creator, they actually want to talk shit. So the moment you release something and there's something looking bad, they're gonna thrash it, because that's how they get their hits and views, right? Like, you can't even release a beta without people complaining that the beta has issues. No shit. It's literally called a beta. Like, that's the whole point. Like, if you release a multiplayer beta, they want the feedback. They want you to say, hey, we noticed this is wrong. This crashes when I do this. No, instead of telling the company, hey, I run into this, they make a video about it and say the game's trash. When you should be passing that information to the company, since you signed up for the beta. They want to know that stuff so they can release it for the official launch. So you can't even release betas without getting thrashed, and it's literally a beta.
That's why a lot of companies don't put out demos, because demos usually hurt your sales. They don't help.
Yeah, they can help or hurt. They usually hurt. They usually hurt. I agree with that.
Now they usually, before they used to help, because at least people have an idea of what the game could potentially be. Now, if you release a demo, gamers expect as if they're gonna play it that day, like launch day. Like this is what I'm playing that day. And if it doesn't run up to snuff, this game's trash.
They zoom into it 400%, post screenshots. Oh, look at this fuzzy texture. Like, come on, man.
Have y'all seen Tim Dog about to go through a divorce and everything? He's like, I gotta tell my wife Xbox lost, all this shit. Like,
dude, he's not going anywhere. Just like Jack Moose said he was gonna quit gaming in fucking 2017. It's been 7 years, bro. It's been 7 years since bro. These people ain't going nowhere. These people ain't going nowhere.
I will say this. I think Tim Dog he's still gonna play on Xbox.
Yeah,
but I think he's gonna move different, because his spaces was getting thousands of people, bro.
Bro, crazy.
Like I don't. He's doing numbers that like IGN and GameSpot can't even do. And I think if he's smart, he will stay on that wave, bro. Because he does a space 1,100 people listening, 52,000. I'm like, this is like some of the biggest game. Jeff Keighley didn't even do that for his Summer Game Fest.
Jeff Keighley pulled up to his space, I heard.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley goes to him now. This shit is wild. And I'm like, Tim, bro. If you go back to your old bullshit, you a fool. Because you did something like, his spaces is just jam-packed more than any other content creator or even journalist. I'm like, bro, Tim, you got to own this shit, bro. You clearly bigger than just an Xbox fanboy personality. You develop something that, bro, is bigger than... You'll be crazy not to capitalize on it.
I don't think so. I mean, listen, this is not me hating on Tim Dog, but I think that all those spaces were super popping because of the topic at hand this week. I don't think that's something that he can sustain forever. If you look at everybody, all the content creators we know, we follow, all that kind of stuff, all their numbers this week and the last week are up. Like the podcast views, everybody's podcast is popping because everybody wants to hear everybody's takes on the Xbox shit. So I don't know about that, brother.
You think once it goes past, it'll die down?
Get back to normal.
I think it's
not like he's gonna throw spaces and have nobody in there, but to have 1,100, that's not gonna keep happening.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on what Microsoft, because Microsoft does go for a third party. You could ride that cold train for a long time, because a lot of people are gonna feel that pain for a while. People ain't gonna get over it overnight.
We need Xbox around, brother, because if Xbox goes away, what are you gonna talk about on your channel, Peter? I watch your channel, brother. There's a lot of Xbox stuff.
Yeah, that ass P-Rock. What are you gonna do if your Xbox goes on?
Hey, listen.
Xbox in half their videos. What are we gonna talk about now?
Listen. I'm a Marine. I adapt and overcome.
I feel you, man.
I survived Sega. I can survive this. Believe me. If people need advice, let me know. I was a Sega dude, so I can help you. I can help you.
You probably thought Sega would never go under.
Oh, not even, bro. Like, they were still in the arcades.
That's crazy.
When I heard the rumors, I'm like, they're still releasing arcade games. Like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, oh.
P-Rock.
Like, I thought at least Dreamcast was gonna survive the gen, and then they'll stop making consoles. Like, no, like after a year, they're like, nah, we good. I was like,
I couldn't believe that, bro. That
shutting down SegaNet. I was like, when I couldn't log on no more. When I couldn't log on no more, I was like, that's where I first played 2K on the Dreamcast. Boy, that shit, trying to do free throws and those triggers, I was like, what the fuck, trying to line those arrows on 56K internet? That shit was crazy. But that shit was wild to me. I was like, this shit is dope. And then that shit got gone. I was like, that shit was shocking to me, bro. So I can help y'all through it. You hit me up in the DM. I've been there. I know what y'all mean, bro. I was a Sega kid. That was my first console that was bought for me, was a Master System.
So I don't, I'm not an insider. Don't claim to be. I don't know anything. I really don't. But a really good Xbox guy that has ties to the industry, somewhat. I was in Discord, at work, dozing off. Blaze, jump in chat too. Okay, what's up, bro? They reversed everything.
I don't think so. Who said that?
And I said, wait, what? He's like, yeah, the Hi-Fi Rush might still go, but they're reversing everything.
I don't think so.
P-Rock, I swear. And, like I said,
No,
I'm not saying that.
I believe I hear it, but I don't think there's a reverse. Whatever they decide on Monday that was the decision. It's always been that way. And the reason why I say this, let's say they did decide a while ago, hey, we're putting our games on PlayStation. Let's say that was the decision, and it got leaked that it's happening, and now they're going through all this blowback. A decision like that is deliberate, and you're talking lots of money being invested because you got to get the dev kits. You got to start getting your studios in line. You got to start making decisions on which studios can do day and date, namely Bethesda, Activision. Which studios can't do day and date, 343, Coalition, all the other ones, right? And if you can't do day and date, then how long do you project to release the ports? Oh, we think we could do it in a year, but we need this. Oh, it's going to take us 2 years, but we need this. Things like that. And those moves and decisions aren't cheap. It's not on the fly. You have a whole bunch of people. You have the bean counters. You have the senior developers and managers. Some of them be like, hey, we don't have the talent, so we're going to have to borrow resources from Activision, or you have to hire more PlayStation help because we're 343. We don't have enough people with PlayStation experience. These aren't like overnight on the whim decisions. This is a deliberate plan. And then all of a sudden, your plan gets leaked, and because of a couple of people on the internet are pissed, you're going to say, fuck it. Let's listen to the fanboys and not the shareholders, to which they probably already briefed. This is the direction we're going. Hey, shareholders, we changed our mind because Tim Dog's pissed off. So that old white shareholders makes sense. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Shareholders gonna be like, who the fuck is Tim Dog? I'm your shareholder. You cater to me. So you're not gonna reverse the decision because a bunch of we're the shareholders.
What about the flack they got though? What about
bro, P-Rock, are you gonna forget that like 2 years ago they doubled the price of Xbox Live Gold and everybody cried about it, and they did reverse it?
They reversed it. Again, and this is why I tell people, it wasn't the Xbox community that reversed it. The people who reversed it was Call of Duty channels, Fortnite channels, the Apex channels. Because those main accounts, which has like 200, 300,000 people, were saying, hey, on PlayStation PC, you could play a game for free. On Xbox, you could pay $120. Those are the dudes. Because when you think about it, before that happened, you had to pay to play free-to-play. And none of them said a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
You were never allowed to play free-to-play. Nobody said anything. But once the Call of Duty accounts, the big accounts, and they got involved, Fortnite accounts, they got involved, the Apex accounts, all those free-to-play accounts got involved and said, hey, our free-to-play game is being locked behind this $100 deal. That's when Microsoft realized, oh, shit. We didn't realize that our games are still locked behind gold, and now we're charging more to play free-to-play. Those were the dudes that helped fight the fight. Okay, but beyond that, this is a whole different scenario, right? Because here's the thing. This decision is not going to be based on feelings. This decision is based on, are we going to actually have a future on a console that's not selling? It's not selling. So what do you want Microsoft to do? They had this thing for $150 and you still came in last place in America. They can't make a multi-billion-dollar decision based on people's reaction. There's not enough people to react to. The console's not selling, and that's in America. Worldwide, don't even bring it up. Don't even bring it up. It's irrelevant. They got to do something.
What about if there was an emergency?
Think about it. 2023, they have Starfield, they had Hi-Fi Rush, and they have Forza, and it did nothing. They don't even talk about Game Pass subscribers. Not even that. I could at least understand, hey, we are now at 50 million subscribers. Not even that. Nothing. They don't got the console sales. They don't talk about Game Pass. So they're going to reverse this decision for what? For who? To please a bunch of people that are pissed off? There's not enough people. There's not enough. Something's got to give. Something has to happen. What's the way forward? Because they can't keep going down this. Because if they keep going down this way, you ain't going to have an Xbox, period. They're going to go like Embracer Group. Just shut everything down. And you'll have nothing. Not even a third-party Xbox. You'll have nothing. Something's got to give. Your console's not selling. Game Pass subscriber rates is not going up. So what's the answer then? What do you tell the shareholders? Our consoles ain't selling, even if it's at $150. They don't talk about subscriber rates. Even Matt Piscatella says subscription services across the board, that's including PlayStation, Apple, Nintendo, has fallen flat. So no one's really gaining big numbers of subscriptions across the board in gaming. So it's not just a Microsoft thing. Sony's feeling that's why Sony stopped producing numbers, because they're not getting the big subscription numbers either. Nobody is. That shit's dead. So subscription's not popping. That was something that was exaggerated. Your console sales suck. Half the world don't give a shit about your product. What are we gonna do? Tim Dog's pissed off. All right, fine. We'll just stay the course and we'll run right into that iceberg simply because people don't want us to steer left.
I wish I knew what to say, bro. But I think I do think it's over, bro. I think it's over. I think the console war's over. I think Xbox is out of here. I think they're gonna put out a Xbox. Like there will be a next Xbox.
Oh yes,
I think it's the last Xbox.
You know, the only other thing I could think of, if we misread it wrong, is they're going to completely change how Game Pass works. That's the only thing I could think of, where they're going to say, hey, we're going to stop day and date. We're going to stop that. You have all your games, or they'll add a new tier. If you want day and date, it's $35 a month. And it doesn't include Call of Duty. So for those of you that pay $15, if you pay $15 a month, you lose your day and date access. If you want day and date access, you got to pay $25, $30, whatever. And it doesn't include Call of Duty or some other games. You know, it's a case-by-case basis. So like Call of Duty, not day and date. Elder Scrolls, yeah, that's not going day and date. They're not doing that. After what they've seen with Starfield, I guarantee the numbers of Starfield do not match Elder Scrolls. Hell, before Microsoft bought Bethesda had a projection of selling 10 million copies on PlayStation. Where do you make 10 million sales of $70 at?
That was their projection on PlayStation?
That was their projection just for PlayStation. 10 million just for PlayStation. Where do you make up that number? How do you make up that number?
How'd that do on PC? Just Steam.
PC did good.
I mean, we don't know the actual numbers, but we do know that it was the 9th best-selling game of the year. So it did well, but it probably would have been higher on that list if it was multi-platform.
Here's the thing, though. That number was always going to be there because, you know, Bethesda game's always on PC. So the PC sales was going to be there no matter what. What they did was they took away 10 million, potentially 10 million sales, and then who knows how many sales they lost on Xbox because of Game Pass. So they traded in $70 for that user that paid $15 a month. So you know, Elder Scrolls, yeah, we're not doing that again. Fallout, yep, not day and date. So I could see that. They just completely reconfigure the strategy to maximize allowance.
I still feel like $35 a month, like, because these Xbox guys are like we're starting to get cheap. Oh, you got to pay for them to be the show. I got it for $5, and I get it. I would flaunt that too if I was primarily playing on Xbox. But I feel like $35, $25 is still, if you're getting day and date, you're getting COD, you're getting I feel like that's still a decent deal.
It is,
considering.
But I don't think they're gonna get COD. They're not gonna put COD day and day on Game Pass. That game is
how don't you do that though? How don't you do that?
They're gonna put it on there.
I'll tell you, COD is bigger than Xbox. COD is bigger than Xbox. I'm sorry. COD is bigger than Xbox. Bigger than Xbox. Xbox is nothing compared to COD. You're out your mind. That's one game that's like, hell nah. You're not gonna give me away. You out your mind. And I guarantee everybody will be pissed. But come November, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna buy it. COD is one of those games. It doesn't matter about Metacritic or how shitty the game is. That game stays selling. Doesn't matter the condition. No one cares. That game just stays selling.
Bro, that shit will not fall down.
That shit's not falling down. That's one game that won't go to Game Pass. And sure, people are gonna be pissed, but guess what they're gonna do November 2024? They buying it. What, you not gonna buy it? Yeah, okay. Fucking COD.
That marketing being on Xbox is powerful, though. I do think that's gonna help. But we'll see, because the Xbox is dead anyway. At this point,
they give the marketing back to PlayStation.
It sucks that all this shit happened on Sunday after the podcast, because if this would have happened Friday before, we would have killed this shit last Saturday. But not for nothing, I'm tired of talking about this shit. We've been talking about this shit all week, and now I don't even know if it's real.
Yo, Microsoft is letting us enjoy the Super Bowl. They're trying to.
Yeah, I guess that has to be it.
Hey, dog. Focus on the Super Bowl. Focus on that. Don't worry about us. We'll talk Monday. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy your Super Bowl weekend. That's what I think. Because I think whatever news they got, I'm gonna say this: whatever news they got,
yo, these dudes got text messages.
Big.
They got text
Can't be
messages
big.
live, Porter Rock.
What?
Cole Eastwood got a text message live saying, "Hey,
it's gonna be big. I'm telling you, it's big. You're not gonna do it. If it was just simply something simple, they would have just said it a long time ago. They would have, in my opinion, they would have just been done. Said, hey, the rumors are outlandish. Our strategy is
you're right about that. I'll give you that."
Phil would have just tweeted, hey, the rumors are outlandish. Microsoft is about supporting Game Pass supported platforms. Come Monday, we'll go into more details on this strategy, but we are focused on Game Pass supported platforms at this present moment. You can still word it to where plans could change 10 years from now, but you can say at the present moment, it's all about the Microsoft, and he could say Microsoft supported platforms, right? So that way, if the conversation was really removing the word Xbox and now call it Microsoft Gaming, oh, okay. All right, so that's a big deal. You're no longer using the name Xbox because you don't like the name. So now it's Microsoft Gaming, Microsoft Game Pass. All right.
You seen that, right?
Got it. Yeah, I see that. So I get it. Yeah, I get it, right? Technically speaking, Microsoft is more iconic than Xbox in the grand scheme of things. More people around the world will recognize Microsoft as a bigger brand as compared to Xbox. So I could see them doing that. I could see them dropping the word Xbox, especially if you're going with this ecosystem, then you really can't use the word box anymore, because that was the whole point of Xbox. It was a console-centric name. If you're not a console-centric brand, you got to drop the box, And so I could see that. A rebranding.
Interesting.
Which would be weird, but I could see it.
People are still going to call it Xbox.
Oh, yeah. Like Twitter.
Yeah.
Like we ain't calling that shit X.
Yeah,
like,
nobody.
You can't even use that name.
We're not calling that X,
What do you call the tweets? What do you call tweets? It's Zeets?
Zeets. You call them Zeets, baby?
Yeets?
Zeets.
No, they're actually called just posts. They're called posts
Eckies?
now.
No, that's corny.
It is.
Like, corny. Yeah, it's true though, but that's corny. Eckies? We're gonna call them Eckies. I don't know. Twitter's such an iconic name. That was just weird. Him changing it. Nobody calls it X. Everybody still calls it Twitter.
Meds $30 a month, $35 a month. It's used to, because Meds he's got a lot of bot in him. He used to be a pony, but he jumped shit. I don't know what happened.
Listen, I'm on everybody's side, bro. I'm a Nintendo and a pony and an Xbox.
You're neutral. He's a hidden neutral.
Okay. He tells me all the time.
He's Switzerland.
Game Pass is the best deal in gaming.
Bro, so I always
go
ahead.
At $35, is it still the best deal in gaming?
Listen, 35 is steep, but I do still think that it offers a pretty good value, even though I do think 35 is fucking steep as fuck.
He's like, yo.
But P-Rock, just to make it clear, listen, man, when it comes to gaming, I just go wherever shit is popping. Like, I started off with Nintendo, it was popping. Then I went with PlayStation 1. PlayStation 1 was great. Then I went then I had a GameCube, actually, because my PS2s kept breaking. And then I had a 360, which was great. And then the 360 fucked it all up in 2013, and I became a fucking pony. I went right back to PlayStation, and I was a PS4 guy, and I went to PC.
That's $420 a year. If it's $35, $35 a month is $420 a year.
Yeah, but we all love that number, 420. So
there you go.
But yeah, I just go where shit is popping, and PC is the best place to play. I'm sorry, right now.
Little by little, listen. I think PC is gonna be the last man standing, and it's gonna have everything they want.
P-Rock's gonna be there soon.
I told you, if PlayStation's day one on PC, it's a wrap, bro. Like, okay, I'm not gonna go cry. There's no point.
PlayStation's already day one on PC. You want to transition to Helldivers, Blaze?
Okay, listen. So I agree with that, right? But there's still games like Final Fantasy Rebirth. I'm not missing out on that. I'm sorry, I'm not missing out on that. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by day one, I'm not talking about nitpicking. I'm talking like Xbox, all of it. Like, there's no question. Day one, across the board. Stellar Blaze, Stellar Yams, Naughty Dog, all of that. First party, second party deals, single player games, just like day and date. Like, not even a question.
I saw some interesting stats today on Twitter, Porter Rock from Helldivers. So one of the Helldivers developers, I don't know what their job is at Arrowhead, but they work there for sure.
Mhm.
They tweeted out that they hit 220 concurrent. And
Damn.
on Steam, the concurrent peaked at 140. So if you do the math, that means that the majority of people playing Helldivers are on PC.
I believe it. I believe it. It's multiplayer centric.
Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you something. The game is fucking awesome. Have you been playing it?
Okay. No, I bought it. I haven't played it yet.
Dude.
Oh,
I bought it. So I wasn't gonna buy it because even Blaze knows
Yep.
like the multiplayer thing, but I see so many people just having fun because that's when I wait. When I look at the game, I'm like, man, people, and it looks cool. So screw the reviews. When I see people doing what they're doing, I'm like, yo, that shit looks fun. It looks really good. So I bought it. So yeah, but I had to finish homework today. And then I saw my man Blaze go live. So I said, you know what, let me click real quick. And then he invited me in, so now I'm here.
We've been having a blast with it, man. You wanna
Yeah, listen, I just want to say 100.
Yeah, hit me up with that invite, Porter Rock 77, because I'm gonna need to squad up.
Bro.
Yeah.
You already know. I've been playing with J-Dub actually all day today.
turn
Oh,
on that
man,
turn
that's
on that crossplay. Don't turn off that crossplay, brother.
Oh no, nah. Only when so co-op is fine, but
Co-op
versus, nah, y'all cheat.
Some
Now
of your
versus-
is turning fucking
Versus-
crossplay, man. I don't know.
Versus, I'm not facing guys who jump in the air 360 degrees, snipe you right in your face. Nah,
Facts.
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. we but co-op, oh, we good. We could co-op all day with PC. Hell, use some cheat mods. Blow that motherfucker up.
I love the honesty, bro. Everybody thinks PC guys cheat, bro. It's hilarious.
Ah, man. No, but console gamers too. With that Cronus shit.
Yeah, they fact.
Oh man, I never realized how
Just
bad
cheating
that
on
shit
console, dude. People
Yeah,
like to.
that
People don't want to
Cronus
talk about it, but just cheating on
Oh,
console. bro.
P-Rock, you know that's the #1 seller
is.
on Amazon?
Cronus, I didn't realize. I didn't realize how crazy Cronus is because it's beyond just shooters. Did you know in fighters you could set it up to where auto blocks and auto combos?
Didn't PlayStation just put out a patch that bans that
Yes,
shit?
yes, thank God.
Yeah.
So now Cronus, but Cronus also, like, let's say you play Street, and I swear there were matches I faced, and in my mind, I'm thinking, damn, I'm facing one of these fighter guilds motherfuckers, bro. That that play evil, and I'm like, fuck, man, these dudes are nasty. Block everything, constantly comboing. I'm like, woo, this dude is nasty. Then when I found that shit out, I'm like,
Yeah, you never know.
now you don't
never
know.
know.
Because some of these dudes were nice. I couldn't even get a jab in. They blocked everything. I'm like, yo, these dudes are these evil dudes that I'm facing. Fuck. And I used to be pissed. Like, I'm like, fuck, this guy's gonna fuck me up. And now look.
The thing about fighting games though is that it really shows you that there's levels. Like you think you're popping, you're beating all your friends on Discord, on your fucking PlayStation party chats, and then you go online and you start playing against other people and you start getting your ass whooped. You're like, God damn, I thought I was good at this.
Yeah. Like you play in your house, in your neighborhood, you the man.
Yeah, you're the best player in your neighborhood.
Boy, you're like, what? They're not even close. Same thing with sports. Like you the man and Madden run away.
In your town, you go to the fucking state.
You
Yeah, you get your ass kicked.
exhausted. Yeah, you play online and you're on the offense. You see this defense, every play is moving around, and you're like, "What the fuck is the dude doing?"
Audible
bro.
this.
Yo,
Omaha,
this dude just, moved this whole team around and fucked you up.
So, listen, I don't think these developers. What is it? Arrowhead, right?
Arrowhead, yeah.
I don't think they expected the influx of players that they got. Even 120,000, bro. They've already made their money back. I just want to say, I know like this is a live service game technically, and it's got to sustain itself and blah blah blah. But I feel like they've already made their money. I feel like their expectations have been pushed way. Like the original Helldivers, to put in perspective, chat, concurrent peak because we can't see PC. I mean PlayStation, PS Vita, shit like that. But it was 6,000, and I know.
Yeah, 6,000.
6,000 was the peak that at the most, So I just want to say, like, congratulations to that team, and 120,000 on PlayStation, 140, 180 on Steam is excellent. You know what I mean? And I've been playing the game like a dirtbag. P-Rock.
Yep.
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, bro, I haven't showered in like a day and a half. I've been playing this nonstop, bro. This game is so addictive. Porter, you don't. It's not a shooter. It's not like a PvP.
No,
you working as a group, bro. This is something you like. I'm telling you.
that's why it looks fun. That's why it looks fun.
And it's so fun with your buddies, bro. It's so
much
fun,
Porter Rock. Yo, and it's
you
gorgeous.
You have nobody saying racist shit on the line. You know what I'm saying?
The game. I have a bum ass PC because I'm a bum gamer. And dude, it runs fantastic on my fucking
Can I
PC,
take a
man.
piss?
Like,
Hold on.
go ahead, bro. It runs great on PC. Everything is awesome. It's so much fun. The
It's
the
good
friendly
optimized.
fire, it's so optimized, dude. I heard a bunch of bad things like the first day or so, and the reviews on Steam reflected it. It was actually like mixed or whatever. A lot of people were having issues with it, but when I bought it, I guess it had already been patched, and I have had no issues, man. I've had no issues. I'm hearing people crashing more on PlayStation. Really, we were playing with a few guys that were on PlayStation yesterday, and guys were crashing.
Yeah, I would imagine they probably didn't expect the amount of people.
It's nuts the amount of people, dude. Like this game is so big, and what you think P-Rock that this studio has a chance of being bought out by PlayStation at this point?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. They made an indie game, and Sony. Well, think about it. It's kind of like Housemarque. Housemarque made nothing but little indie games. Sony stepped them up. I ain't say Sony stepped them up. Sony provided the funds for them to step up, and they created Returnal. And next thing you know, they were being acquired. Now it seems like similar. This is a small studio that made that top-down Helldivers game and an indie game. Sony invested in them to make this multiplayer. And I would say they probably did a little bit more investment than Housemarque because they have to build the servers. It's online-centric. So probably a little bit more money. And if it's games as a service, a little bit more investment to keep it going, for future updates, patches, content. So I would not be surprised if in a couple of months to hear, hey, we're being bought by PlayStation, because it's similar to what Housemarque went through. They started indie, Sony gave them some money, then Sony bought them.
And they fit into that mold. They fit into that mold where Arrowhead's only worked with PlayStation. Like for the last 15 years, their games have only come on PlayStation and PC. So shit, they have that relationship already. Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
Do it. I think they should do it, dude. And
it's a small studio, it's not expensive.
Yeah.
And clearly they got you a hit. I would argue their hit is bigger than what Housemarque did with Returnal.
Dude, fuck yeah, it is. Returnal did not sell well, man. Returnal did not sell well.
Yeah, man. I was disappointed in.
And you know what though? I think Sony did.
I love that game.
Returnal.
Love that game.
I haven't played it yet. I have it on PC, but I haven't booted it up yet. But it does look fantastic. I'm a huge.
It's fantastic, man.
Great
gameplay. It's great, man. If you especially like Rogue, and I don't really like Rogue like that, but that game was good, man. God, that game was so good. I was just stuck on it.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah,
because you said, I don't know if you said, somebody in my Discord said, you see what happens when with the cosign of Sony behind it. Everybody's excited. Yeah. They feel like it's quality. Was that you?
It might have been me. Yeah.
You think it's,
bro? Sony has that Nintendo clout at this point. That Apple clout, where they can put out a product, and even if it looks goofy, like for example, like the Portal, it's a goofy looking product, but people don't ask questions because they know that it's going to be good because it's Sony. Same thing, like people looked at that Apple Vision Pro shit and were like, people are really going to strap this thing on their face. Bro, people are strapping this thing on their faces in public.
Yo, that's just wild.
That's Sony now. Sony's got Apple clout. Sony's the Apple of gaming, dude. Period.
Damn. I mean, Meds.
Even look at their products. They totally stole Apple's whole thing. Look at all their products. Their products all look like the PlayStation 5. All of them.
Yes. The aesthetics, yeah.
The white you talking about?
They all match the PlayStation. Look at the aesthetics of the headphones.
The headset,
everything.
The controller, the VR. That shit just
it all matches the PS5.
Now when you look at it, that belongs to PlayStation.
That's a Sony thing,
no doubt. There is no doubt.
And that's the Apple thing.
Yeah,
you see
I don't know.
You recognize it as an Apple product, and right now Sony's doing the same thing.
Put your VR too. Put your headset. Put the controller. Put them all together. They're like, you can tell
it matches.
This is all part of this one thing. It's the identity.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
The PS5, yeah.
Yeah, bro. No, listen, man. I'm enjoying Helldivers so much to the point, dude. I've given, and this might go to 8 because Medj is gonna be on my ass and you'll make me feel bad. I've given away 7 fucking copies of Helldivers.
Oh,
2 last week on the podcast.
You're doing your part. You're doing your part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part, Shorty baby. Hey, yo, Sony, you hear that? Get this man a job, bro. He's
Come
doing
on,
this part.
Tony, baby.
You know, making him
Come on.
official content creator for PlayStation. Give him
Bro,
that
they'll
tag.
never do that. We live in America. That ain't happening. We live in America, bro.
Yo,
That ain't happening.
send him some free, send him some gift boxes, bro.
I'll take it. I'll take it, bro. Give me some socks. I'll take it.
He's
You know what I mean?
PlayStation socks.
I'll rock them,
PlayStation
bro.
socks. He'll rock them.
Hey, so Meds, you've been playing
Yeah.
it. Porter Rock.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass. You sure you have it? If you don't have it,
No, I bought it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Edge.
I bought it yesterday when
Yeah.
I made my video. Like right after I dropped that video, bought it, downloaded it, and I'm thinking, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna rock through it. I'm gonna still rock it tonight. I'm gonna rock through tonight.
If you play, holla at me, bro. We can
Okay.
run it.
Yeah, we could. Bro, we're gonna play as soon as we get off this podcast.
Facts.
Like,
Oh shit,
Right.
then yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dying to
Meds,
play.
what's your
I've been
thoughts
working
on
all
it, Meds?
day.
Hmm?
Helldivers. Okay, so
did you expect to like it at all? Honestly, what was your?
I did expect to like it because I liked Helldivers 1. And the thing about Helldivers 2 is that if you played Helldivers 1, this is the same fucking game. The only thing they changed is the camera perspective. And
Give me
they,
some
you know,
credit. That third person shit, huh? Come on, baby.
listen, I'm not an anti-third person guy.
I
I
know
just
you're
hate the
not.
people who see first-person games and they're like, "Oh, it should have been third person." That's all. That's my only complaint about the third-person shit. But the third-person shit is fine. It's fire. I love it, dude. It's a fire fucking game. I highly recommend it. It's fucking $40 on Steam, $40 on PlayStation. You could get it for $30 on Steam, if you know where to go. And
There's friendly fire,
buy
right?
this game. Yeah, the friendly fire is hilarious, dude.
So I think it's third person, so that way you have a better view of where your teammates are at. Because if you have first person, one little turn, blah, you're like, oh shit, my bad, dog.
Yeah, you are zoomed in.
Yeah, but
That's
even if
true.
you're careful, like a lot of Helldivers is like calling in like airstrikes and shit. And if your teammate is there, they're fucked.
Bro, I've
Like if they
landed
just
on
happen to run
close.
across
My
that
man,
shit.
my man call it danger close. Like,
Bro,
Yeah,
people
when
have
you
landed
call
on
an ordinance in, you gotta tell your
like
teammates, yo,
Thanos. He's like, bomb this area. Hey, you know your people gonna die. I don't give a damn. Bomb it.
Fuck it.
Nah, see, usually
Man,
you'll
like
tell your
Thanos.
guys, yo, clear out. I'm dropping an ordinance, but sometimes guys don't listen and they get caught in the crossfire. Then they get mad at you.
And they're like, oh, my dad. Boy, you there though?
I'm the GOAT reviver, bro. As soon as somebody dies, boom, 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 throw the fucking.
Oh,
roach.
and you gotta type in the button, like Grand Theft Auto cheat codes back in the day. It's like it's crazy, and you running, and
Yeah.
you're doing it with one finger. You're like, you hold like,
yeah.
bro, you holding the dual sense, and you're like,
All
and
the
you
air
fucked up,
support
gotta
you
do it
call
again.
in
That shit funny as hell, bro.
requires you to put in like a imp, like up, down, left, all these kind of inputs.
Not too
And
crazy.
That
You
shit
don't
is
gotta go fast.
frantic in the middle of a
But-
fight when you have to drop the shit to
So
survive.
they're trying to give you that feeling. You have to do the right. Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
and if you fuck up,
incredible.
you got to do the whole sequence over again.
Yo,
it gets
so you're
crazy.
frantic. You better be disciplined.
Bro, and when you got a
Oh,
horde of
shit.
fucking bugs or Terminators chasing you, it's crazy. There's like literally oh, bro, it's crazy.
Eventually, you hit the button so fast you don't even think about it. I'm like, oh, I gotta revive somebody. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom. They're back.
Yeah.
Like
My man's
I hit those
medic.
buttons like that now. Like it's a great fucking game, man. I can't say enough. I can't say
incredible.
enough good things about it. It's really fantastic, man.
Yeah.
You want to get these super chats, Meds? I put them up.
Oh,
on
we
the
got super
screen.
chats.
Yeah,
What
not
you
many.
put-
You know, it's not like it's tax season. You know what I mean?
I mean, we got 5 gifted memberships from Titan. Shout out to Titan, the deepest voice
Damn,
in the
is that
West.
Titan 4K?
That's Titan from the Discord yesterday. You know,
Discord. Yo, my
the guy
man,
who
bro.
bullies the Destiny devs. This guy Titan fucking bullies Destiny developers. It's crazy. Like he's driving them to suicide. It's
Does he?
insane. Yeah, he's the worst on Twitter. Shout out to Titan. What else we got? I don't see anything.
Black
Oh, I
Metal
see it.
Gamer.
I see it here. I
Yeah.
see it here. All right, cool. We got 2 from Black Metal Gamer. Shout out to Black Metal. Grand welcoming, grand concluding. Good show. Interesting way to put it. Usually,
he said, you know, he got that from the podcast, the professional way of saying it.
okay.
I
That's the
keep saying
professional.
this guy's gonna read
You
this.
said on your podcast,
Yeah, because
okay.
yeah, this Extreme. He's from Australia, but he has the British accent.
okay.
Yeah,
So
Opening, concluding.
He's your grand conclusion. He said, oh, professional. like,
I like E. He's good people, bro.
Yeah,
199 from SNK 411.
shit.
Dime que lo que. What up, big dogs?
Hey,
Que lo
what's up,
que
Manny?
thing?
What's going on?
Hey, cabrón, mamá,
Que lo
bicho.
que acá.
No,
No, dime
shit,
que lo
look
que.
at this
Dámelo. I'm Dominican too. I throw out that Dominican slang too, bro.
Bro,
What
you
else we got?
half
That's
and
it?
half. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm Dominican. I'm half Dominican.
So
too.
you be fighting yourself in the mirror? You fucking.
Oh shit!
I'm having an internal struggle. That's all we got, Blaze?
You know,
That's it, bro.
All right, cool. We're not that popular, bro. People don't want to give us
Yeah,
money.
they don't fuck with us like that.
I think they think we got money.
Well, maybe I should just put a green
well,
screen.
Blaze out here giving out 7 games. He'd be like, you don't need super chat. You good?
Yeah.
Well,
Blaze,
listen, I do it because
Hey,
legit
chat,
wanna see
listen.
people happy,
Listen,
man.
the man pays it forward. The super chats you give Blaze, he collects it, buys games, and gives it back.
Right.
So help the man pay
Exactly.
forward.
So
Help the man
donate
pay
to
it
the
forward.
stream so Blaze can buy
And
me
he-
Helldivers. Thank
Yeah.
you.
My man, he pays it forward. My man's always giving to the community. So help him support the community.
Yeah, this is for you, really.
Listen, man.
Help
Google's
him help
taking a
you.
cut.
Help
Yo,
him
shout
help
out,
you.
and listen, I want to listen because Portark, you got anything I'm forgetting? Is it like I feel like I'm missing a big topic, but maybe I'm tripping. Like, yeah, we good.
I mean,
What
you
are we
want to talk
doing?
about Final
We
Fantasy
just started.
demo?
Did you play the demo?
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna say this, and I want to ask you for the chat too. I think I spent a little bit too much time on the piano segment, bro. Because by the end of the night, I was playing the Interstellar theme. I was looking up online how to play that theme, and I was doing
On the
it.
piano.
Yes, it's crazy. That shit's a game in itself. Because the way they designed it is just like a piano, and I'm like, hold on. And somebody did it, so I was just practicing how to play that theme song from Interstellar.
Yo, shout out to my boy
Interstellar.
Wonton. He did the Kanye West theme song.
Yeah, I
shit
saw
got, like,
that.
7
That shit was
thousand-
hot.
That was fire. They put him in a
That shit was
video.
Fire.
That shit went
was
on
fire.
IGN and everything. That was nuts.
That shit was fire. I'm telling you, that
It was
piano
cool.
shit was crazy. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm on this shit a bit too long. I gotta play the rest of the demo.
Didn't they have that in Last of Us? Something like that?
Yeah, guitar mode, yeah.
Guitar.
But people didn't put out any viral videos for that. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was a little bit harder. The piano was kind of easier. Like they made it easy to play.
Yeah, it looked simple.
Yeah, it's
Which is a
simple.
good thing.
It's just the 2 thumbsticks. So they did it really good.
So your thoughts
Bonnie
on the
went
demo,
viral with
P-Rock? It blew you away?
The what?
I asked you, tell me about Final Fantasy demo, and he talks about the piano. This is crazy, bro.
No, but I'm telling you, it hooked. But the game, everything else, I would say this: what I don't like is the performance mode. The graphics doesn't look too well.
I heard
And
it was a little fuzzy.
but
a little.
it shouldn't be that fuzzy though. Like I was kind of disappointed. Like I'm cool with the performance mode, but it just seems like, man, this is kind of because I played other games with performance mode. They look great. This one, I'm like, whoa, you can tell the difference. I'm like, whoa.
Is there a quality mode?
Hopefully it's an older build. Hopefully, right? But I enjoyed the demo. The demo's dope. Fighting at Sephiroth. Oh man, bro, that dude is nasty. Sephiroth is nasty. His movesets is nasty, bro. This shit is nasty. I'm day one, bro. I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing. You're gonna see me on Final Fantasy. I don't care
When's that
what
coming
other
out?
game comes out. It comes out the 28th, I think. It's
Of this month?
Is
this
this
month?
month is stacked.
Oh, that's pretty
this,
cool.
month is,
All right.
this month is stacked, bro.
It really is, huh?
This month, everybody's saying no
Yo.
games. Shit.
I gotta say,
Shit.
like, we talk about 2022 or 2023 being like a hell of a year for gaming. 2023 has already been fucking fire.
Yes.
Straight up. It just started. Prince of Persia, Power World, Helldivers, Persona 3. We're about to get fucking the game you just mentioned.
We haven't even seen the Super Bowl yet.
and the Super Bowl is tomorrow. Like, dude, it's a great fucking year so far.
Hey, who you
It's
got for the
crazy.
Super Bowl, P-Rock?
I'm going for Kansas City.
Oh my God. Never mind.
Listen,
Why you want-
listen,
He's trying to kill Brady's legacy, bro. Why you want that?
listen. I'm a Giants fan, and I will not. There's 2 teams I don't want to see keep winning Super Bowls, and that's Pittsburgh and 49ers. I need my Giants to catch up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you a Giants fan too? Yo, you a real Puerto Rican New Yorker, man. You a real New Yorker.
I'm a
This
Giants
is my
fan,
guy
bro.
right here. I'm a Giants fan too, man.
I ain't voting for San Fran. Nobody NFC winning the Super Bowl other than the Giants. We're not trying to hear that
I'll tell
shit.
you what, I'm actually rooting for San Fran because I'm tired of the fucking Chiefs, dog. I'm tired of this shit.
Yes, I don't care.
Bro, these
They ain't
dudes
got
are in the
nothing-
Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with me. 49ers, scratch that bullshit.
Bro, they're gonna have.
If it would have been
3.
the Lions, now if it would have been the Lions, I would have been cool with them. Let's not even talk about that.
I was rooting
But
for the Lions.
I was
wanted the
rooting
Lions
for
to
the
win the
Lions.
Super
For the
Bowl,
whole
dude. I
thing, to win
wanted
it
them to
all.
win the whole thing.
Bro, they
Yup.
should have won
wanted
that
them
too.
Bro,
I
the
wanted- yeah, they
Detroit's
should've.
suffering for 70 years with the fucking Lions. Like, they need something.
I wanted the Lions to win, bro. They need something, bro. I was.
Hold on,
rooting
you
for
do
them.
realize the Patriots got 6 Super Bowls, Pittsburgh got 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah, yeah, but listen, Patriots ain't
What's your
winning
point,
anytime-
brother?
No, listen, Patriots ain't winning anytime soon, so we're good.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
good
over
with
for
that.
that.
It's safe. We safe.
Yeah,
I know you don't
it's-
like to hear that, but
No, listen, that's how it goes. That's how it
don't
goes.
really don't worry about the Patriots. Like
Nah, it's
That's,
over,
that's
it's
how
over.
it goes.
right.
Patriots were always a bum franchise. They were never a relevant franchise. The
You know,
Patriots are
Tom
like the
Brady-
Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls were completely fucking irrelevant. Michael Jordan came through. They were the best thing on the planet Earth. Michael
Yeah,
Jordan,
he left.
they've been completely irrelevant since. That's the same thing that's going to
That's a
happen to
good
the
point.
Patriots.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so that's how it is. So I'm not really worried about Patriots right now. Pittsburgh, they still tend to compete, so you
Yeah.
know they're still kind of there. You know, and
Pittsburgh is
49ers,
always in it.
them
Always in
dudes
it.
is dope. Them dudes are good. So I need, I need Mahomes to do his thing. I need him to do them flicks, bro. Get them flicks in.
Honest opinion, Porter Rock.
What's up?
You got VR for Christmas.
Mhm.
Listen, tell me. I haven't seen a Porter Rock tweet playing VR. I haven't seen you go live playing VR. I haven't seen you really talk about VR. I just
Yeah.
want your thoughts on it, honestly.
Okay. So I'm gonna be honest. So far, I haven't played it yet.
Oh,
I haven't. I have not. I have not. I have not. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Right. So the main thing that's stopping me, like so far during this year, it's a little bit challenging to even game. Right. Any game that I can game is because I'm in my final 3 classes for college, and that shit's fucking me up right now, bro. I'm on my final 3 courses. I'm going for information technology management. Like I said, I
Cool.
just finished homework right now. Me just doing this shit. Right. Yeah. I just finished for one of my
When you
assignments.
said homework, I thought you meant like, shit.
No, real homework, like college.
Literal homework.
No, literally, bro. And I'm on my final 3 classes, and like this is class number 3 and 2 more, and I graduate in July, and I'm fucking done with this bullshit, bro.
Wait, so you
I'm
went back
fucking
to
over it? Yeah, I went back to school. I had to finish
Good
school.
for you, bro. Good
Yeah,
for you.
before I
Dude,
retired.
yeah, good for you, for
let's
sure.
get that out of
Congrats.
there. You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
shit's been taking up crazy time, bro.
No shit, Porter. Wow.
Yeah.
You listen.
That's cool, man.
You've always been a guy that I look at. I'm like, yeah, you know who's stupid and who's not. Like, I look at you, especially when you speak. I'm like, yeah, Porter got a brain on him. You know what I mean? Because some of these guys don't, bro. You know what I mean? I love them to death. They're still my people. They just, they're just a little. No, that's good to hear. VR's not dead, man. Come on, Aaron. Goddamn, Aaron, you're a bot. This fucking bot is.
No, he's on this. He's here too.
He's in every
God, yeah.
chat.
He's in every
chat.
PlayStation channel, bro. He said,
God.
he's one of my best viewers.
He is. Nah,
He
he's a
really
great-
is. That's
he's a
why
good
nobody
supporter.
bans him, because he talks his shit, but he doesn't ever get
Yeah,
disrespectful.
he's respectful.
Aaron, keep
bro.
talking your
He's
shit, bro.
respectful. He doesn't go out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't mind Aaron. I like him
Aaron-
fighting the good fight for fucking Xbox in there.
Aaron
Somebody
first-
has to.
listen, fight the good fight because your days is numbered, my boy.
Your days is numbered, buddy.
Yeah, my boy.
Damn, it's really over.
Dude, it's over. It's over, bro. It's over.
It's over. It is
I
what
think-
it is.
I don't want to argue with you, Meds, but I think it's been over for a little bit, bro.
Oh no, yeah,
I-
Blaze.
No.
It was over in 2013, dude. It was over in 2013. And
Never
to bring it
recovered.
back to what P-Rock said, because P-Rock made a really good point earlier. PlayStation, sometimes they start slow, but they always hit it like crazy near the end. And what does that do? It gives you confidence for the next console, and it makes you want to buy the next console because you're like, God damn, they've been giving me 3 years of straight bangers. I'm going to buy the next console. Xbox does the complete opposite, and it hurts them. Xbox starts off strong, and in the last couple years of the console gen, they always fall off. They got nothing. And then who's going to be excited to buy your next console when the last 3 years were anemic? It doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah, they should have fixed the Xbox One that gen. They should have provided games that gen. That should have been the number one priority. And then you bring all this other weird shit, Game Pass, xCloud, when your studios can handle that. Because I think that's another thing. They forced the studios to be multi-platform studios when they weren't really ready to support 2 platforms. They should have just said, hey, we're going to get our shit. Maybe, time is, release the console version first, like Sony, and then a year or 2 later put it on PC. Give your studios time to build that portfolio for the console. But they did all this it felt like overnight Xbox got Game Pass, they PC, and they're talking about playing your TV. And you're like, bro, like you still didn't even release games for your console. Like, where did all this come from? Like, this is not what people asked for. Nobody mentioned any of this stuff. And that shit just came like that.
I spoke to Gaming Addict and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but he said, yeah, I think Game Pass is killing or killed Xbox.
Oh shit, we could have been said that, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, all this shit we got made fun of. Like,
Right.
bro, we were telling people, yo, think about it. You're taking a game that was meant to be sold for $60 and now $70, and you put it on a service that a person only pays 15 months, and it's not just for that one game, it's for that one game and 400 or 500 others. So that $50 technically doesn't even go to the game, it goes to everybody. You have to split the pie. Like, how is that game making money? How is a game that's meant to be sold for 60, 70 bucks make money by a person?
He's saying they already get paid. No, he's saying, hey, you Puerto Rock, you bring me.
Oh, the developers are making money. The people losing money is Microsoft.
Yeah, because he's saying, but say Puerto Rock's Grand Theft Auto, he comes up to me, say, hey, I got my game, I want to put on Game Pass. Then Microsoft and them, they brainstorm. They say, okay, we think we project you to sell 5 million copies, and they would pay them accordingly. Like,
so I understand. So yeah, that I understand. So the developer's fine. They walk away with their check.
Yeah, they're good.
But the question is me. I put up money up front, and then when I look at the users, like, I'm not making shit back. I can't keep giving developers their money out of my bank account. I need this system to support and make me money. And that was the problem. How does Microsoft make money? And I know some people are like, oh, don't worry about the corporate stuff, be corporate cuck. I'm like, no, bro, it has nothing to do about worrying about the corporation. Is you have to logically think. If the corporation is not making money, they're going to shut it down. It cannot, they're just not giving away for free. It's not a charity.
The thing is, people thought that Microsoft was just going to fund Xbox at a loss forever.
Yeah, and just because they love them. We're friends.
That was not realistic. It was never realistic. As much as Phil Spencer might want to fucking give you everything for fucking free, Satya Nadella's up his ass telling him, bro, we got to make money, dude. Like, we can't just lose money on every quarter on Xbox.
Dog, but he's not the big dog. There's
like a Xbox.
Phil is the leader in gaming, but he's not the leader at Microsoft.
Like there's a table at Xbox, and there's a vote, and Phil Spencer can lose the vote.
No. Yeah. Phil Spencer makes the final decisions, but ultimately, he still has somebody who can veto his shit, and that's Satya Nadella. At the end of the day, Satya Nadella is the end-all be-all. And he's going to make the decisions, ultimately.
So there's actually 3 people that's above Phil. I know 2 of them. It's Satya Nadella and Amy Hood, because she's the CFO of Microsoft.
Yeah, the CFO, probably the CFO and the CEO.
I think it's the vice president. I think it's the vice president that's there, right? So Phil's responsible for Xbox. But here's the thing. It starts from the top down. It starts with Nadella, and he says, this is my vision for Microsoft, and this is my vision for all divisions to follow. And then every division has their heads, and they figure out, okay, with this CFO's vision, this is how we're going to do things. This is how we're going to do things. This is how we're going to do things and stuff like that, right? And some of the plans work. Some of the plans don't. Some plans hit is a hit. Other plans, you got to re-strategize, right? In my opinion, I think when this gen started out, I think Phil honestly tried to give it one last college try. I think he really tried to do the console thing. Still put games on PC, Game Pass, all that shit, but I think he really wanted to keep it where the games don't go to PlayStation and Nintendo unless they become Game Pass devices. But other than that, I think he honestly gave it the good college try. We're going to put out exclusives, whatever. But I think right now Xbox is the point where they don't see a long-term solution to fix this, or trying to fix this will cost them more money. I think they're at the point where it'll be like, you know what? We're definitely not going to fix this gen, and it's too much of a risk to try to fight another console war in 2028. You know what I'm saying? And not be successful again. So at a certain point, you got to cut your losses and be like, you know what? Xbox has been around since 2001. They never really dominated Sony. And this gen, Sony's off the hook even bigger than ever. Nintendo's about to release the Switch 2. Yep. Like, bro, it's just...
Yeah, they're between a rock and a hard place.
They're like, yo, everything is just wrong right now. Everything is not going in their favor at all. And just to sit here and say, oh, we'll just wait to see what happens, shareholders not trying to hear that. They want answers. They want solution. They want a strategy, how we're going to do it. And I don't think Phil or anyone's going to come up with a plan and guarantee shareholders that the future games will sell consoles. especially after 2023 when you have Starfield, Forza, and Hi-Fi Rush. You're telling me Hellblade 2 is gonna sell consoles?
I don't think so.
Valve's gonna
No,
sell
hell
consoles?
no.
They don't. The games are good, and for the chat, I'm not knocking. There's a difference between having good games to play, like Stellar Blade. That's a great game to play, but there is no way I'm gonna say Stellar Blade is gonna sell consoles.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's
You're right.
not-
These
I
games
mean,
are going to be good. They
Rise
look
of
good.
Ronin is not selling consoles. Stellar Blade's
They're
not
not
selling
selling
consoles.
consoles.
Right.
They're not. The only game that might sell consoles is Final Fantasy Rebirth. That's it. Everything
Yeah,
else,
for this year, yeah.
yeah, everything else so far is just games that people who already have the console, it got good games to play, but they're not going to be system sellers. Hellblade's not a system seller. Avowed's not a system seller. Maybe Indiana Jones, maybe. And given how the gaming consumer reacted to Starfield, you didn't see Xbox console shoot up. So I even have my doubts at Indiana Jones being a console seller. I have my doubts.
No, it's not. The Indiana Jones IP itself is weak. Is the weakest it's ever been.
Yeah, that's just a weird IP to go after from Disney. I would have went after Star Wars IP.
Microsoft chose the worst time to even get
Well,
this.
but
idea.
Bethesda
Why
chose
Indiana
it originally,
Jones? Like,
but Bethesda chose it. Microsoft just bought Bethesda, and that was already in the works. But I don't understand
the
why.
Todd Howard thing. Todd
But I
Howard's
would
a
say
huge
this
fan.
though. I would say this: when they showed the review of Indiana Jones on the developer direct, and it was being made by Machine Games. Machine Games made Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein's a German World War II game. So it's not that far off from Indiana Jones, especially from a first-person perspective. My hope, not my hope, my concern is Indiana Jones is a Wolfenstein skin pack. Like when you play it, you can tell this is the Wolfenstein engine. Because when you play
It looks
Wolfenstein,
like already.
Wolfenstein is you're fighting Nazis, you're killing Nazis in that game. So they're not that far off from the Wolfenstein game. They're not.
but I thought
Indiana
Microsoft
Jones-
was the big machine that never ran out of money. I thought Microsoft would fit. I swear to God, and I know this is a stupid way to look at shit. But I thought Microsoft would continue to flow money into shit until it worked. Until it fit. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we're gonna
Look at
but they've been
Mixer.
losing
I
money
think they
forever.
tried that, and I think they're tired of losing money on this.
Look at
It's
that.
over
Mixer,
for that.
Like, look at the things. Mixer, Windows Phone, they dropped that, right?
Yeah.
They had a product called Origami. They dropped that shit. They drop shit all the time. People just don't notice it because it's a different industry.
They're done, I think, trying to win the console war. At this point, it's about profitability and the shareholders giving them their dividends. And the shareholders want their dividends. And ultimately, that's
Zoom.
you're gonna get
love
games.
Zoom. Zoom was
on
the
everything.
shit, bro. I love
Zoom was cool.
Oh my god!
Listen, Microsoft is the
was
king.
shit.
Microsoft
Zune
is
and
the king.
Zune and LimeWire. If you know, you know.
You know, if you know, you
LimeWire
know,
was
for sure.
crazy.
That's all I'm gonna say. Zune and LimeWire.
I want to say Microsoft is the king of being first to a market, failing and giving up. And then somebody else comes through with the same idea and everybody loves it.
Yeah.
They do it all the time. And you know what? Think about this. Helldivers 2 came out, Helldivers 1 came out 9 years ago. I believe 2015. No, it might have been 2014. It was a long ass time ago.
15.
And look at what PlayStation did. It was not a huge hit, but look what PlayStation did. They invested money, they gave them more money to make the game bigger and better. And look at what Helldivers 2 is doing now.
And you know what? And you know Blaze is gonna feel me on this. Sony, if you're listening, if you're willing to do that to Helldivers, which was an indie game, there's no excuse for SOCOM. I'm not trying to hear that bullshit now. Am I right? But yo, let's give a hug, bro. Come on.
Bro, I love you.
Come
bro.
on. Don't give me that bullshit. SOCOM, bro. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing with us. That's all we're asking.
God
one
damn.
game. If there's one game to bring back, just one, SOCOM. And then
That's
let it
it.
be it.
Not Crash
That's all we're
Bandicoot to the
asking.
Switch. Gaming that. Did you listen? Maybe my pony head when you were speaking to me yesterday. Maybe I was just I felt like I was like half asleep at working, like, and you told me some stuff. And anyway, but did you not tell me that Game Pass is hurting Xbox, or do you finally think that's the case? Or maybe I'm wrong.
I've always said Game Pass is centering the company around Game Pass has hurted the company, not necessarily Game Pass itself, because it's led into a lot of issues internally. And I've always been very vocal on this on IOP, on the Addict Show. I've always been the person that says, we can't put everything on Game Pass because it's not even like a sustainable kind of thing. I just didn't feel like that was the correct way of doing things.
Do you think
Did we just
did we lose you?
did we lose Addict?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
all right.
I
Do you
think
think Microsoft's strategy of moving away from the console and trying to just look at it as one of many devices hurt the brand when it should have been the device is the center and everything else is kind of like supportive? You know what I'm saying? Like the console's always at the forefront, but then we're gonna put games on PC. The console's at the forefront. Oh yeah, we got great games on Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't have been Game Pass.
their
It should have been
issue
the
is
console
focus
and everything around it.
They were fine not focusing on solely the console. Their issue was focusing on one thing at a time. The only other thing that you could focus on more than the console is the ecosystem. I feel like that was the issue. They went away from not only the console, they went away from the services, the games, and they pushed Game Pass to the point where they weren't really going after exclusive games anymore. Why? Because when you negotiate those, what is Microsoft's number one conditioning going to be? We want it in Game Pass. They can't really do that. They can't really fight for marketing too much because what's the number one marketing term they're going to want to have? We want it in Game Pass. They can't fight them for indie types of games anymore. Now, obviously, they can get a lot of the indies, but I mean, look, the first couple of years that Game Pass was around, they were heavy with Game Pass. Oh, everything in the show is coming to Game Pass day and date.
Yeah, they love saying that.
The issue wasn't Game Pass. The issue was focusing your company around Game Pass. Game Pass should have just been a service that's on that you offer that gives you value. But the problem is they put too much emphasis behind it. Where I don't have any inside information on whether or not stuff happened with Game Pass. But to me, it's just how they marketed. They used to market very effectively, but when it comes to games, but they haven't really done that off of like Starfield. They don't really push anything these days. That Game Pass isn't part of the equation. Game Pass was a sustainable kind of thing, but the problem is they don't have the content to keep people in for long amounts of times, and that was the issue.
Yeah, but Addict, I feel like they are going to get the content. Like now that you're getting games rolling out 4 at a time, right? You get 4 games coming out. Like
it doesn't
3
matter
games
though.
Now you're gonna give up on it? Like what the fuck?
Well, it's not that Xbox is giving up on it. Microsoft is like, "Where's my money, bitch?" Like you can do whatever you want, but here's the thing: Phil used to, because I was told by someone that used to work at studios that this has been an ongoing conversation for a decade. This isn't just something that's happened now. This is something they've argued with on multiple occasions, and Phil always won because they trusted his mindset when it comes to the gaming industry. And I think the biggest culprit for this is the lawsuit that happened with Apple, where they're starting to lower some of the walls.
That changed the phone strategy.
And I think when they started hearing internal, memos that, Apple was going to lose that, they started having sparks in their head where they think they can get that. Because I've been told they're already building it. So it's just like they're trying to get there first, but it's just like, look, it's not going to work. It's like, Nate, look, I get you that people do play games on mobile, and it's definitely effective, but a lot of the games that's played on mobile are free.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for them.
Riddle with ads. I call it one button gaming, like Monopoly Go and shit.
So it's just like, it's like King said, all money's not good money. And just because you see you can potentially make money doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna happen. And I don't think I do, like, regardless what people want to sit there and say, all these people were lying, all these people over exaggerated. No, because the person who told me, I've told Meds on time to time, I got accurate information.
Yeah.
And the person that told me this bats a fucking 100 and has never been wrong. He's linked to me entire state of plays. He's linked to me entire Nintendo Direct. He's linked to me entire Xbox conferences for years.
I got the plug. Got the plug.
And this is the person that also told me Blade was coming to Xbox when no one else knew. Right. So this dude has been right. And this dude told me that Starfield was coming to Xbox. And then all of a sudden, like 3 or 4 days later, he pretty much sends a message like, crisis averted. They came to a middle ground.
What?
So, people.
So what does that mean?
I don't know.
Can you tell us what you know, or is that?
So it's kind of, so you're right, because it's kind of hard to say what a middle ground is because we don't know how far left it went. So to say it went back to the middle, yeah, you're right. It's kind of hard to know what that means.
That's why part of me feels like, because I know there's been internal conversations on the the future of Game Pass. So maybe that was the middle. They restructure how Game Passes function. Maybe take out day ones. I don't know, but because all of it's speculation at the end of the day. Because my person don't know. He just, I think he's in marketing or maybe works for YouTube. Because I don't know who, but then again, I don't know if he works for YouTube because I'm telling you, like, this Starfield thing is different.
Wait, so he said Starfield's going to PlayStation?
Yes, no, he said they walked that back. Didn't you say he walked that back?
Yeah, they walked that back. The thing is how I can almost guarantee you the same person told everyone. And the thing is whoever did it clearly had a mental evaluation and had a hand on the pulse of the Xbox community, knew exactly who to leak it to do the most damage the quickest. Because he told Xbox Era. Notice he didn't tell Colt, he told Mag. Because he knew if Mag knew, Colt was going to find out on their show. And he told us. And he asked us to leak it. And me and Cog's like, we don't want that smoke. Like we ain't doing that. And what's funny is it ended up leaking during the IOP. So it's just like, to me, this was walked back. And the sad part about it is the people that actually spoke their mind, had they asked training for days, is good. Xbox threw them all under the bus.
Yeah, they're gonna look silly.
So, Addict, this shit is not happening. Basically,
something's happening. I don't know what though. I don't think it's as serious as it used to be, but something's happening.
So we're still gonna get games. Just not
there's still gonna be some games go over to PlayStation.
According to everyone, Hi-Fi Rush is definitely coming.
Hi-Fi Rush's port's already done. Like that. That's
so it looks like it's going to be some games, but not all the games.
Yeah, I think you're looking at maybe some choice of games as a service, because the games that should I say that I
don't get in trouble, Addict. Don't get in trouble.
Yeah, don't worry, man.
Addict, nobody wants my channel's that
I do have an idea of what the game Tom Warner was talking about. That's going to be appearing on PlayStation. It's very fighty-ish.
It's a AAA.
It's very fighty-ish.
Not Killer Instinct.
I don't know. I didn't say it. So.
I'll be honest.
They did just revive it. So
yeah, what you call it? D-Batch mentioned Forza Horizon. He's just guessing, right? He did, but I thought that kind of makes sense since like there's a huge European racing fans on PlayStation. I could see that. I was like, well, there's a huge PlayStation loves their racing games. So they'll be all over.
To find out because
they would love.
I'm kind of curious.
Like Hi-Fi Rush, I'll be honest. I don't like, in my opinion, and this is just again my opinion. Like what games come onto PlayStation to me or Nintendo to me is more resource management than because if you're gonna put Hi-Fi Rush and let's say Sea of Thieves, then why not Halo Gears? What's the we're not gonna cross this line. Like what line are you talking about, right?
So to me, I always see it as no one knows what the line is.
Yeah, but even if there was, what would the line be? Like if you say it's okay to release Hi-Fi Rush, it's okay to release Sea of Thieves, and let's say even it's okay to release Kill Instinct, but not Starfield, not Halo, not Gears, what would that reason be? And in my opinion, the reason can't be console sales when you don't have console sales. Like that reason doesn't logically make sense because you don't have the console sales. You never did. You're third place in your best country, which means you're pretty much irrelevant to the rest of the world. So I can't see, and I'm just thinking from the perspective of the shareholders. You tell shareholders, we could put these games, but we're not going to put these games on PlayStation. The shareholder goes, why? Because we got to worry about the console. And the shareholder goes, you mean the console that's not selling? Like that doesn't make sense to us. So how do you explain to a bunch of old white people?
To the shareholders,
you know what I mean?
I was told when it comes to the shareholders that they don't even really ask the Xbox questions. They're more curious on cloud, other avenues that they're doing. I know AI is a big thing for Microsoft right now, and there's a lot of questions they have for going with AI. Like the sad part is, even though that the gaming division for Microsoft makes them a decent amount of money, and it's in the billions, their investors still don't give a fuck. They're still asking.
Yeah, but even with a $70 billion investment, which is one of the biggest investments they ever did, period, the boards ain't going to be like, hold on, we gave y'all $70 billion.
Well, the board's different than investors.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure the
Like
board.
somebody's got to be asking about $70 billion.
Yeah, but 70 billion is coming somewhere. Like
we're not going to forget.
Yeah.
somebody.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. Phil's just a person in a room with a vote.
Yeah.
He's on the board, but the problem is, you know, there's other people on the board.
Right.
Yeah.
If you lose a couple of people, it's like Phil said when it comes to the gaming portion of it. You know, games get greenlit just because they have people in the building that believe in it. You know, when you go into a pitch and no one believes in it, the game's not getting greenlit. So clearly, you know, I think there's a combination of things. I think they see potential money with this Apple thing, and I also think that they finally seen the books for ABK, and they see how much money King makes. They see how much money you know, WoW and them makes, and I think they're looking at other ways and avenues. As far as like how they're gonna go about things, it's hard to tell at this point. It's I said on Planet Xbox, like, you know, my thing is what I'm annoyed with is like the people on the internet that tell me I have no right to be frustrated and think that no exclusives could lead to a console not selling. And it's just like, okay, you know, maybe we do put more emphasis on exclusives than realistically sells the console. But the thing is this has never happened before to this degree. Nope. It's just like, you can't tell me that this isn't good for the brand just much as I can't tell you that it is good for the brand, because no one knows truly where this road leads. But to me, this is the status quo and the way business has always been done in the gaming industry. And every time you mix stuff up, either works for you and it doesn't work for you. And Microsoft, because of like the Xbox One thing, and you know, they have a real big problem jumping out before they land and end up breaking their neck on the ground. So it's just like, look, like, you know, could they be right? Yeah, they're probably right. You know, this is probably the direction that every industry is eventually going to go, especially the gaming industry, because of how rampant AAAs are. I don't see a way of fixing that unless you sell it on more platforms. But at the same time, you could be doing this like a generation too soon and no one gives a fuck. You know, Always Online was completely looked down on during the beginning of the Xbox generation. Now almost every other game, if not every game, has some form of Always Online.
Always too early. That's the thing. I feel like Microsoft has good ideas. They're just too early sometimes.
The problem is like, you know, you can make an argument that you can't be scared to commit to these kind of jumps because that's how innovation's made. It's like, but that's how companies always go out of business. Now, obviously, Microsoft's not going out of business, but it's just like if you keep making these kind of pivots, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Xbox as a brand survives another Xbox One. It just doesn't. And to me, I'm more frustrated because you're finally starting to get to the point where I feel like you can sustain yourself on your own with exclusives, because this year and last year. Now, last year was, you know, Starfield. I was told Starfield blew their numbers out of the water in terms of how much it sold. How many? You know, I think they sold like 1.5 million in December. So of consoles, like that was a good month. But the problem is you need not necessarily games that have the impact of a Starfield, but you need games on that level. And it doesn't help that, you know, you're having to the point where you can actually start to deliver this. And instead of us talking about Hellblade in May, what's it going to do, we're discussing whether or not fucking Hellblade 2 is going to PlayStation or not. And to me, even if they roll this back, they've already shit on their whole sales for this year. Because now everyone's going to, even if internally they tell people we're not putting stuff on PlayStation, Hellblade's not coming to PlayStation, everyone has the right to say, I calling your bluff, I'm not buying that shit because it's coming to PlayStation. And because they've been so inconsistent with the messaging throughout the years, I don't blame people for 1 second for calling their bluff.
Addict, I think if they retract, I think Xbox guys it'll keep them content and keep them pushing and holding the line and doing that shit for another year or two. I don't see them like It would take something major for the people. I know, Attic. I know you, bro. I know you were like that ass pissed off about this shit. But I feel like a lot of people will hang around. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the ex-girlfriend. It's like the girl that keeps fucking cheating and, you know, the sucker boyfriend, you know, like, all right,
let me address your chat real quick. Starfield flopped. No, it didn't. Starfield should have been way bigger, but it was a dud. Starfield's expectations through the roof. It didn't meet those expectations, but it doesn't mean it failed. I was told that Microsoft and Xbox, specifically Microsoft, was very satisfied, and Starfield blew their expectations out the water. Now, that doesn't mean that the game shouldn't have been more, because I agree. The game was missing a lot of stuff that I particularly would have wanted it to have. But just because you feel that way, and because you think you're just saying it to the ether makes Starfield a bad game or makes Starfield flop, the game didn't flop. It sold very well. It grew Game Pass subscriptions that month. Now, those people probably canceled 2 weeks after they bought the game, but that's the issue. You know, when you're running a subscription service like that and people can leave at any time, you have to consistently keep the motherfuckers in there. And that's been their issue till now, because last year they had Redfall, that ain't selling nothing. But Minecraft Legends, that ain't doing nothing. Now, Hi-Fi Rush was okay, but let's be real here. It's not selling consoles. It's something that people probably would sub to play for a week, but then they're unsubbing. Like, the problem, you have to keep these people in the subscription, and they've never had the content, and maybe never will have the content to do something.
But I don't think you have enough games to do that, Addict. I don't think any company has enough games to keep you. You know what I mean? You can add all these cool games, but a lot of people have played all these games. Everybody's got a backlog. You know what I mean? Like, and I've always said this, like, you're not gonna surprise me with a cool random game that I missed. Like, I'm aware of what's going on. You know, we're gamers, right? Quote unquote. We pay attention to what's going on. Like, I know, Meds, you're different, but like for me, I know what's out there. So there's nothing on Game Pass that'll come out of nowhere and be like, oh shit, I found out about, you know, so and so, and I'm enjoying it. Like, no, I know what I like. I know what's out, you know, and if I like it, I buy it. So that's the thing. They get the money for the month, Addict, like you're saying, but then they're gone the next. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know what company could. Maybe Nintendo could keep a subscription going like that, where they're feeding it like that, but
even Nintendo couldn't do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
so
the thing is I think the only way to truly make a subscription service like that flourish is they would have to buy like a Devolver Digital on top of the third party. Like, they would need
they got constant games
fluctuation of indie games constantly going in there. That's in Game Pass day and date, along with the 4 to 5 AAAs every year. The problem is you know, they instead of doing that, look at Mixer. You know, instead of going through there and you know, looking at YouTube and Twitch and taking, you know, it was like 500 million between like 5 streamers that they spent to get them to come over to the Mixer. You probably could have bought 100,000 people for 10,000-15,000 a piece. That probably would have took the viewership anyway. Like, so it's just like they too big.
They overpaid that shit, bro. They overpaid for that shit, bro.
Like, you could have it literally went to probably 100,000 midstream streamers that already cross stream with those streamers anyway. And you probably could have snatched the majority of that viewership anyway for a fraction of the cost.
They could have gave me $1,000 at it and give me all the games that come out. I'll stream on. I'll run the show on fucking Mixer. Straight up.
This fiasco is worse than the Xbox generation by far. Like the Xbox One launch by far.
I told y'all. I just asked this question to them. So you think this is worse than 2013?
By far.
Bingo. That's why I love Addict, bro. At least he's gonna be honest.
Even though they had a horrible launch reveal for the Xbox One, like a month to 2 months later, they did nothing but show games at that E3. Like, this is like, you're literally going out there and you're telling people at variety of things for years, you don't need our console, you can play it on PC. And then they say during Starfield, you don't even need a console. You can play it on our Steam service, on our streaming service. And then they bitch why they ain't selling consoles. Yeah, because you've done everything in your power to show people we do streaming too. And it's like, you know, just because you own a company that you know, you own a business that does something in the same thing, you could easily still promote Xbox without devaluing it. You could easily still promote cloud gaming without devaluing it. Whoever decided and co-signed to put on there, you don't need to buy another one of our products. You could do this. That person should be fired because it's like, why did you think that was a good idea? And it's the issue with Xbox too. You know, when it comes to PlayStation and Nintendo, the bulk of their bread and butter comes from the gaming spectrums of both of their consoles. So every decision they make is revolved around what can that hurt for PlayStation? What can that help PlayStation? What can that hurt for Nintendo? What can that help for Nintendo? Xbox isn't like that. Microsoft has a variety of different companies that make the billions to millions dollars a year, and some of them have bigger connections into Microsoft than others, and they're able to pull some bullshit marketing like that. And if that kind of marketing was done for like Nintendo or PlayStation, I guarantee you would have sent them back. You can promote this, but you do not have to say they don't have to buy PlayStation. You can find another way of marketing that. But Xbox is like, that's a go. Let's get that on YouTube right now. Like,
Addict, is Phil Spencer the answer? Like, now looking back, you've seen with everything he's done, and I know you can't predict the future. Like, was all these?
Hey, Blaze,
like,
you mind before you answer that question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask Addict something.
Go ahead.
And I think that's why I didn't agree when Microsoft started using the term ecosystem, right, as a console. And I always paid attention to PlayStation to see if they start using that term, because when you start using the term ecosystem, you're saying that all devices are equal, because that's how an ecosystem works. Everything is all equal. And then you start.
Sorry,
PlayStation don't use ecosystem.
Slato says, Addict don't talk like this on his own podcast. Don't let him fool you. Med, you watch IOP. Don't I say this on IOP too? Indeed. So this dude literally just coming here lying because he's probably
Addict, come on, bro.
I mean, you know, we can get a reaction from me. That's fine because it's like the thing is though is these people go around, they talk all this nonsense, and don't you know what the fuck they talking about? And then they talk about other people spitting misinformation when they're literally doing it themselves in the comment section.
Yeah. But the main thing is, though, I didn't think Microsoft's approach using the term ecosystem was a good approach because, again, that denounce meaning everything's all the same. So technically, ecosystem, you can interchange devices at any given point and you will still get a similar experience, to which I never agreed with that. I even had arguments saying, oh, you don't need an Xbox. You can play on your phone. I'm like, okay. I even gave a scenario to an Xbox dude that believed in that. I'm like, okay, let's create this scenario. Let's play this ecosystem shit, right? Let's say I believe you. I'm a casual. I don't know shit about gaming, and I listen to you, and I strictly play Xbox over the cloud. I played on my Samsung TV. I signed up for Game Pass, whatever. Cool. I'm part of Xbox ecosystem, right? And he was like, yeah. All right. My brother, he has the console. He buys a new Madden. Can I play Madden with him? And the answer is no. I'm like, why not? Well, it's not on Game Pass. So we have a problem. You told me I'm part of the ecosystem, but now I can't play with my brother who has an Xbox and he's playing Madden. And I can't play with him because I don't have access to that game because that game is not day one on Game Pass and they don't launch it. So you lied to me. I am not part of the ecosystem. He's playing Madden. I'm not. You see what I'm saying? So I never agreed with that term ecosystem. It should have always stayed Xbox console gaming, and all these other stuff is just additive. Hey, we also have Game Pass. You could do this. Hey, you also have PC. You know, like PlayStation. PlayStation doesn't call PC its ecosystem. Sure, they put games on PC, but at no point they're saying, pick and choose whatever you want. They're not doing that.
The problem,
you know what I'm saying? They're still centered on the console, but they use terms. Hey, we're gonna expand. And we'll eventually reach out on phones, whatever. But at no point are they going to say, don't buy the console.
They're
not going to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the message comes in confusing. In my opinion, Microsoft should have always centered around the console, and then everything else is going to get what it gets. You know what I'm saying? You know, I never agreed to me, cloud, at this point, I don't see cloud gaming as its own entity. I see it as something that's additive to people who have hardware. But when you're outside your house, you get to enjoy what the console that you bought or the PC that you bought. But I don't see it as a replacement. I don't see it as, I'm done with PC gaming. I'm done with console gaming. I'm going straight cloud. I just see it as most of the people I know that use cloud have a hardware at home. They play their hardware at home and then when they're at work or on a trip or
On
something,
the
toilet, they play on cloud because it's just convenient. But at no point did they think, man, this is so great, I'm gonna sell my console. Screw this plastic box.
Ain't nobody thinking that, bro.
No one's saying that. No one has issues with hardware. Hell, these dudes are buying big ass GPUs the size of their chest. This shit, like PC setups are bigger than ever. I'm like, yo, this PC thing is gonna take up half your floor space at a certain point. Nobody cares.
The issue with the ecosystem, and I would have been okay with them centering around the ecosystem if they actually built it correctly. It's like, how are you going to say you're an ecosystem, but PC has exclusives? They don't have to pay for online. And it's like, you look at something like that, it's like, that's not an ecosystem. Like,
preach.
Like, all you had to do is
bro,
this is the Xbox, this is the Windows store. They're separate, but if you do buy a game on one, you get it on the other. But the problem is they don't, half the time they don't keep up with the Windows store. It was god awful for like a decade. Yeah. And then when they do get it good, they change it. I don't know how many times they gotta change the damn dashboard on the Xbox. Like, they just need to make an interchangeable dashboard where I can make that bitch look exactly how I want it and leave that shit alone. Because I'm tired of every time I go to look for something, it's been moved to another category.
Yo, Addict, when they release, people like, of course I talk shit, but when I was asking seriously, like, yo, Xbox One hasn't had a new game in a while, and now you're getting Gear Tactics, but it launched on PC first. And you have to wait. I'm like, so PC getting timed exclusive now? And the reason they were telling me was, well, it's an RTS. They still have to work on the controls. I'm like, but when the game launched, you had the controller controls.
And see, here's my issue.
It was there day one. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on here?
A game like WoW, where you physically can't make that run on an Xbox, that makes sense. But if you can make that run on Xbox, I don't give a fuck what your reasoning is. It needs to come out same time.
That day. And the crazy part is Gear Tactics came out on PC first.
Throughout the years.
But the control configurations was on it.
That's been another issue.
That's crazy.
For the past few years on how their messaging is god awful. Because it's like you don't make sense half the moves you make.
Yo, that shit was wild when I saw that. I'm like, yo, this is not like if I'm a PlayStation dude and Sony goes, oh, The Last of Us 3 is on PC first, I would be like, who? Naughty Dog's making a PC game and it's coming out later on the console. What are we doing? I would be so pissed. Man? You out your mind.
People was tagging me in a tweet yesterday when I was making my tweet. They're saying if you're too broke to afford a PC, just say so. And I'm like, I guarantee you, I don't even have to look. I guarantee you my PC shits on 80% of the PCs in this chat. By far.
Yo, stop attacking my damn chat. Goddamn, bro. What's wrong with you?
Yo, you guys got on this nerves.
You good, brother? I don't attack it, dude. I go on Iron Lord, yo, fuck the chat. Like, chill out, man. Damn. They rocking with you, Addict. Listen, Addict, you are way too seasoned of a YouTuber to be paying attention, no mind to the chat, man. You let that, you know what I mean? You Gaming Addict, baby. Yo, and for the people that don't know, Gaming Addict's my guy, bro. He's one of the bots that I actually talk to and respect, for real.
What's your PC specs?
Hey,
in fact, like even alone, didn't like a company hooked up the Iron Lords?
Yeah, that's what Addict's talking about. Like $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, yo, these dudes are doing it big. They're out here announcing awards.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
yo, a company sponsor them.
They sit here acting like I don't have a PC, and it's just like, I'm not talking your chat. You're chatting. I'm talking about the people that's been tagging me on Twitter. Okay. And it's just like, my PC got like the best CPU on the market. Like, it's got one of the best GPUs on the market.
Got a flux capacitor.
It's got a nuclear drive in there. It's got all sorts of crazy shit.
Mineral dipped cooling and shit like that. Like, yo, these dudes is doing it. I'm like, yo, congratulations.
Got 7 Sony SSDs.
Yo, like, like these groups are doing it, man. I'm like, yo, but it's I'm telling you, Sunday, tomorrow, Super Bowl, whatever happens, and then Monday, Super Bowl Part 2. We get 2 Super Bowls back to back.
Oh my god! Wait, it's Monday. The Xbox thing is Monday.
Yeah, right.
Supposedly. Oh shit!
It better be Monday. I don't think we could take another week of this shit.
Facts.
Part of
That's
me is
what's
just
nice.
kind of curious how they're going to handle that because
I don't know what they're going to say.
It's
Yo.
interesting they haven't told us a date, so it's either to me, are they not going to tell us one and they're just going to drop it randomly, or are they going to tell us Monday it's Thursday?
Let me ask you this. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Dude, they better not.
Please don't. Please don't do that. They announced Monday that it's Thursday.
Bro, they can't do that.
Yo, that's crazy. They announced an announcement
It's
for
like,
an
it's like I
announcment.
said, you know, it doesn't matter what they say.
Let me ask you this,
Rock.
Addict.
I'm going to be real
Who-
with you. It doesn't
let me
matter
ask
what
you-
they say.
let me ask
I
you
don't
this.
trust anything Xbox says. I just
Let
don't.
me ask you this though. Who do you think is going to speak on Monday? Let me ask you this.
That's why I
Let's
feel
say-
like it's not going to be a video. I don't think
Let's
they
say-
want to put a person behind this. It's going to be a wire. post.
Pre-recorded.
Oh, you don't
Yeah,
think it's going to be like a person talking? Like you think it's going to be like
personally,
an
me.
advertisement video?
Personally, me, because maybe it was going to be Sarah Bond at first, but then all the attacking happened on Twitter.
No.
I think that they're
Not
going
in
to
Black
take
History
that.
Month.
They're going to
They
take
can't
a
do that.
step back, and I think they're going to just make it a wire, so no one is. And you know how like some
Don't put her face on
websites,
this.
What when they give like really bad updates, they don't even tell the author. They just say it doesn't even all. That's what I think. I don't know.
Bro, it's
We
got to
prob-
be Phil Spencer Addict. Cut
Listen,
it out. It's
if
gotta
it's
be
a
him.
person, I agree. And Extreme Emmanuel's in the chat.
gotta
I
be
agree
Phil.
with him.
It's gotta be
If
Facts,
something's
shout
going to
T.
pivot, Phil's no the window needs to be the face of that conversation. He's the head
Yeah.
boss. He was the one that's been talking about this.
I
If
would
things
say
change, he owes the
it's-
community.
if it's people, it's going to be Phil and Salty together.
Ooh, now if Satya's there,
I think if Satya's there, we're not gonna get good news.
I don't think you're getting good news regardless. I think
no.
it'll be
If
very-
Phil's by himself, you know, I could be like, you know what, Xbox could survive another day.
Like, I don't
But if
think it's going
the
to
way
be.
I see it, Satya's that dude that's behind him, but he has a gun.
I don't
And
think it's
Phil's
going to
saying,
be
like,
as bad.
say it.
Say what the
Say
fuck.
it, Phil.
I don't think
He's
it's
gonna
going to
make
be
sure
as bad
Phil
as
says
we
it.
initially thought, but I don't think it's going to be good news either. It's going to be, oh, okay, I guess I can deal with that. I don't
They're
think
gonna
it's gonna
massage
be,
you. They're gonna give you that PR speak. They're
Wait,
gonna say, "Hey,
You know
we're
what?
gonna
I
keep
think they're
some
gonna do?
exclusives, but these games got to go over there." I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
tell me-
I agree with that.
You know
man.
what's crazy?
Yeah,
People
PR
tell me, "Oh, there's going to be games there." For what? To go
No.
and say they're coming to PlayStation? Like,
Yo.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but you
it's gonna
just
be
said they're
games there.
about to moonwalk everything, Addict. You said they're gonna walk it back.
No, I said they're good. It seems like they came to a compromise, not walk everything back.
Okay.
A
Yeah,
compromise.
what's supposedly been walked back is Starfield on PS5, but the Hi-Fi Rush stuff is still happening. It's gonna be other
And
games
that
as well.
Starfield thing was a go.
And that
was
to
a
me,
go.
that could just be they're just not going to say Starfield. That could always be at a later date.
I don't think
Could be.
that's the case, but like I said,
Addict, wasn't
I don't-
Starfield done for PlayStation? Wasn't that shit
No.
like
It
literally
wasn't.
done?
No, it wasn't
They-
done.
they
It was in
they dro-
development, but they cut it.
They dropped Starfield before full production, like right
Gotcha.
at the beginning of full
Okay.
production. So it did have semantics. They probably had a dev kit that they were building the outer skirts of the game, but it was never really runnable on PlayStation. They dropped it long before then.
Oh shit, bro! It's gonna be an interesting day Monday, man. I mean, people
Hell
either
yeah.
gonna be hurt or fucking
true.
happy or a little bit of both, honestly.
There's gonna be a lot of copium out there.
For sure.
At this point, I'm just gonna make a video about it and call it a day.
Yeah, let's get these super chats and
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey
them up
man,
and then
hey
we'll get
people,
out
I
of
got to dip. Yo, I got
yeah, we dipping, Puerto Rico.
Oh.
We out.
All right. But you guys take care. Thank
Good
you
night,
for the
Puerto.
invite.
Puerto Rico,
Addict,
thank you for coming, bro. For real. Love
okay,
you
no
to
problem.
death. Bro.
Addict, my prayers are with you.
All right.
Good night, brother.
Tony, baby.
All right, we got $2 from Dougie. Shout out to Dougie. Let's get a Helldivers giveaway going. I want to play. Yo, Dougie wants a copy of Helldivers. Let's get him on there.
Yeah, he just complained to me how broke he was, but he wants
Get
to
them
give me
donations up so we
money.
can give Dougie a game. Fake Pear Bear. Shout out to the crew. Monday should be interesting. I follow y'all on Twitter. Respect the content you all bring. What else we got? Vedger, SEK. I don't know what SEK is, but that's 27. Were you guys introduced to P-Rock to Helldivers 2 Live? I think P-Rock is going to bed. I think P-Rock lives in like Europe or something, so I
I'll
think
play
it's late over
Helldivers
there.
with you guys if you want.
No, yeah, we're gonna play after this, so for sure, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
hell
definitely
yeah.
welcome to come. What else we got? That's it.
I'm scrolling. I'm a little behind, but I just want to say, by the way, Impatient Fire. I don't know why. Well, first of all, I see you in the chat. Shout out to you. I clicked on your channel, and this dude got a bunch of booty mod, like
dear.
everything, like bro, and them things like, hey, anyway, I gotta have a conversation with him. But I just thought that was funny. I don't know how I ran into your channel. That I just thought that shit was funny. Shout out to
Impatient
Ina
Fire's
Chat. Shout
channel
out
is
to
horny as
Fonz.
hell.
Bro, crazy. Go click it.
Okay.
Shout out
Oh,
to
that's Benji.
shout out to E in the chat, bro. My guy. Shout out to Fonz. Shout out to everybody that donated and hit the like button. I really, really, really appreciate it. For real. Yeah, that means a lot to me. And yes, Porter Rock, GPUs are as big as people's fucking heads. For real. Gaming Addict, thank you so much for coming, bro. I seen you just typing all this shit. I said, bro, instead of you just typing and trying to at me, because I just figured I'd just shoot you a link, and if you've seen it, you've seen it. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you,
I
bro.
actually
You already know.
put in the chat for you give me a link right when you gave me the link.
Did you? I didn't even see that. I just sent you a link. Fuck it. I just sent it to you. You know what I mean? Eastern, my guy. But yeah, man. Listen, guys, do me a favor. Just hit that like button. Just smash the fucking like button for me. Do what you got to do. Share it out. This will be up on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Thanks to Meds.
Yep, tonight.
Tonight it'll be up there. The full video too. So we
Yep,
have
video.
it's on the whole video's on Spotify. So if you want to listen to audio or video, it's there on Spotify as well. I appreciate y'all. And listen, God bless y'all.
Wait, Blaze.
Chat.
Are you gonna close the show?
I'm not closing. No. I'm gonna let you get your rocks off. All you bots in the chat. I love y'all, man. I'm praying for you. I really am. I'm praying for you. I hope you guys.
We wish you the best.
Yeah, man. You got something to say?
Oh yeah. You said most of it. Podcast later on tonight. Yo, Blaze, you remember a long time ago? I wanted to show you in the chat something. You remember a long ass time ago? I was hoping Rev would be here today. Remember a long ass time ago? I told Rev that being bald is no big deal, and I'll prove it, and I'll shave my head.
No, you didn't shave your fucking head. Oh my god.
No big deal. No big deal, Rev. No big deal, Rev.
No big deal.
No big deal.
He said, take that.
No big deal.
Damn, let's go.
Eat that.
Hey,
Eat that, bro. I'm bald as shit.
Can I say? If you pull it off, brother. You pull it
off.
Oh,
thank you.
The funny thing
is, I've been hearing that all week because I did this on Monday.
The funny thing is, a lot of men end up bald when they get older. It's like just nothing
to
do about it.
Listen, it's happening to me. It's happening to me for sure.
Oh, it's been happening to me.
but listen, like, I'm not afraid of it. It's all good. I still think I look good. Your wife still think I look good. Her girlfriends think I look good. It's all good, baby.
Shout out to Dougie, another bald guy in the chat.
No big deal, man. Baldness.
That's all my bald guys
baby.
out there.
I mean, I am.
Listen, people thought I was bald for like 3 years. Like, Blaze, you're bald. That's why you wear hats. And then I did a podcast without my hat, and that's cool. But I'm not bald, brother. But anyway, Addict, like I said, dog, I appreciate you. Make sure you guys, if you guys don't know, I'm sure everybody knows the Iron Lords podcast. They've outgrown everybody. Addicts to Hollywood for me. I'm surprised you even clicked the link for me, honestly. But I appreciate you, Addict. And yeah, we're gonna run some Helldivers. Make sure. By the way, Helldivers has doubled God of War, and it's the most successful PlayStation IP on Steam. So I think that's dope. I don't think. And by the way, just quickly, I think PlayStation will do day and date with the gas games. With live service games, you'll see them come out at the same time. But I don't see any. I just don't see it. And we don't need to get into a conversation. We got another super chat. Muck, my guy Muck. I played with Muck today. Me and BG.
Muck with the 2. Love you, meds. Real people are bald. Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, Muck. You're bon Muck, eh? But yo, y'all have a great night. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we'll holler at you next week. Peace.